my second vice. I love you. Onyankopo shira mu nyina. Dia tosu bio ene se aba ye kwakoto no 31st no enye obi a waboa eswa ba ane ye kwakoto ye kwakoto aba for our future, for Ghana, your future. Ye kwakoto aba se wan na betimi awene eye election 2028 no. Na free 1992 abepim ne no MPP enipa 9 ana adi a party nanim de odi kan no ne ye friend adubu ahe ya ko 1992 no ye MPP for the age to mu sa ya win but ya mfa ama no enu nti ya mfa ama no yare beka no yare beka no 1996 no enu so ana de otoso mienu ye wuraje ekufo esoso ba 1996 oba 1996 no esanse no odi kan nti ne nsanka 1996 ye wuraje ekufo oni ye wura Rollins na ko abato no ye to wie enu anya 39%. Aya 2000 elections no na nya dia ye wura Rollins bekobio enu nti Yewra je kufu 39% na onya aye no na nye ehunu na se na nye kwa eti abra na yewra aye atama sa wanya ne ba bi ko onyankopon fa de krasie na wo ye vice president Yewra Rollins ene amma dini gina NDC fo na mu no ne je kufu ko contest ye no aye 2000 no esanse na yewra je kufu anya 39% ni nti no na yewura aye atamase soso wono soso oba bepe aye 50+1 na yewura je kufo oba bepe 11+1 nti no yeto aba no na yewura je kufo no wawe ne aba no 2000 san soso ana yewura aye je kufo no abra oba beko 2008 no no soso pese akufo adu ne di na ade na soso abra ne yewura atamase so akoba ko akomienu wakomiensa na o aye yewura je kufuo nkobio no oni na nado so kokopre no ni nyina ne se aye yewura atamase ana ne nsa kan ye eti Ghana ya batuo no bebre no ayabra president bi free so akono na ko nipa foforo ho eti abra yewura atamas owuye no ana yewura John Dramani Mahama the president obedi na dia as a president na obedi na dia as a president no obedi na dia as a president no so obehwemu a aye 2012 no ye nyina enim de esiye you and I were not there and the debate was so be called 2016 election. Esanse na nadu danko akufuado no akoba aku no akomienu no akomiense no for the first time no na candidate no ebi aye popular say the certain president ana ma akufuado susu baba win 2016 na nadu danko akufuado so abra ono so baba free so no so pese yewra Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia incoming president no person ono susu na edi na ade na susu esanse na kufuado so adi no ono susu koninti no aye yewura Mahama efrise okọ 2016 obekọ 2020 and obekọ 2024 enti yewura Mahama susu babewene enti sensie ya baye ye kwakoto no 31st echre se 2028 no yewura aye John Dramani Mahama onkobiewu eti se onkobiewu dia ene na kyerɛ ya to ya aba de ma Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia pa kyerɛ sɛ ɔno so ebewene efiri sɛ anya 50+1 ɛna ɔba bɛpɛ no election 2028 no efiri sɛ 2024 elections ya to ye no yewura Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia nya 41.75%. eti ye de etwa ne ti akasa aka nan pe akasai eti se ye tumi ne ye pede a anya se madam funi wei anya se mi ni wei ne wokuo anya se wei na ye tenten anya se wei na me pe na asem na emom de ye de ne kwa wo betimi age tumi na maye no me po acha constituency executive say hwan ya Council of Elders, me po acha wan ye de ne ko election 2028 obewene coordinators me po acha wan ye mfa ne ko election 2028 police station I want you for the call election 2028 I want you for the call Mesdames et Kassani Bavier no mutie enipa numu no a omo petumi ni nyina no omo nyina ya MPP fo omo nyina na ko omo ye na so ba ko pe ene onyankopɔ ayi ni sai awoso ye flag bearer ye free ha kopa ebi ba besi akire mesramo Asante region Asante regional chairman ade ba ko pe na mesramo Mumma yen speaking one voice. Let's use our votes to speak one voice. Let's direct ourselves and vote for Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. He's our future. He's the future of Ghana. So we are going to vote massively for Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. May God bless you all. I love you. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. We love Choboy. Me kasa no mu 1 minute e de yaseda. Me din ka da me regional executive sinyina se. So ana me da me constituency chairman for and the constituency executive sinyina so ase. Na mababa da coordinators any polling station, any council of elders, any patron for nyina se na we di ayabos body my boy Dr. Ayu free my boy abaso e kwansronko so why ade say campaign wa hwema chiama me ye papa woni wankasa wunua calling team ene me ankasa special assistant Andy ene aboafo mo ka ho nyina all the team Onyankopon na me de da mu nyina my second vice I love you Onyankopon hira mu nyina de atosu bio ene se aba ya kwakoto no 31st no enye obi a waboa eso aba ane ye kwakoto ye kwakoto aba for our future for Ghana your future ye kwakoto aba se hwan na betimi awene eye election 2028 no na efri 1992 abepem ne no MPP enipa 9 ana adi e party nanim de odi kan no ne ye fra na dubu ahe ya ko 1992 no ye MPP for the age to mu sa ya wene but ya fama no enunti ya fama no yare bekan no yare bekan no 1996 no eno so ana de otoso mienu ye wuraje ekufo esoso ba 1996 oba 1996 no esansa no odika nti ne nsanka 1996 ye wuraje ekufo oni ye wura Rollins na ko abato no ye to wie enu anya 39% a year 2000 elections no na nya dia yewura Rollins beko bio enuti yewura je ku 39% na onyaye no na nya ehunu na se na nya kwa eti abra na yewura aya atama sa wanya ne ba bi ko onyankopon fa de krasie na wo ye vice president yewura Rollins ene amma dini gina NDC fo anamu no ne je ku fo contest ye no aya 2000 no esanse na yewura je ku fo anya 39% ni nti no na yewura aya atama se soso ono soso oba bepe aya 50+1 na yewura je ku fo oba bepe 11+1 ni nti no yeto abano na yewura je ku fo no wawe ne abano 2000 sansoso ana yewura ayaje kufo no abra oba be call 2008 no no so pese akufo adu ne di na ade na so abra ne yewura atamase so akoba ko akomienu wakomiensa na o ayewura je kufo nkobio no oni na nadu so kokopre no ni nyina ne se ayewura atamas ana ne nsa kan eti Ghana ya batuo no bebre no ayabra president bi free swako no na ko nipa foforo ho eti abra yewura atamas owuye no ana yewura John Dramani Mahama the president obedi na dia as a president na obedi na dia as a president no obedi na dia as a president no so obehwemu a aya 2012 no ye nyina enim de esi you and I were not there and ye beto aso be call 2016 election esanse na nadu danko akufuado no akoba ko no akomienu no akomiensenti no for the first time no na candidate no ebi aye popular say the sitting president ana ma akufuado susu baba win 2016 na nadu danko akufuado so abra ono so baba free so no no so pesa yewura Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia incoming president no pesa ono so na edi na ade na so esanse na akufuado so adi no ono so koninti no aye yewura Mahama efrise okọ 2016 obekọ 2020 and obekọ 2024 eti yewura Mahama susu baba wene eti sensie ya baye ye kwakoto no 31st etrese 2028 no yewura aye John Dramani Mahama onkobiewu eti se onkobiewu dia ene na trese ya tu ya bane de ma Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia pa etrese ono susu ebe wene efrise anya 50+1 and over the panel election 2028 no if you say 2024 elections year 2 year no yewura Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia nya 41.75% et ye de etwaniti akasa aka 9 pe akasai et say ye to me ne ye pe dia anya se madam funi wei anya se mini wei ne wokuo anya se wei na yetenten anya se wei na mepe na asem na emom de ye de ne kwa obetimi agitumi na maye no mepoacha constituency executive say aya hwaya Council of Elders mepoacha wan ye de ne kwa election 2028 obawene coordinators mepoacha wan ye mfa ne kwa election 2028 Police station. I want you for the call election 2028. I want you for the call. Mesdames et Kassani Bawiya no mutie. Enipa numu no a omo petumi ni nyina no omo nyina ya MPP fo omo nyina na ko omo ye nanso so baako pɛ ɛna onyankopɔn ayi no sɛ ɛwɔ so ɔyɛ flag bearer yɛfiri ha kɔpa ebi bi ba besi akyire mesramo asante region
twedi ampo ase wo na dom ne na homobro ne nkwa ode acha yɛn arapɛ tachamada ya bachimu emoche dia fresane ya yakoda se na yeniema ho so hwɛ wo number se mu ode so kra yɛn arapɛ tachamada ya bachimu emoja edia mo fresane ya the 20th day of January 2026 in the year of our Lord Christ. Tuesday morning, Western in the morning, live for Western Diamond Television. So, and I pay a free cyber commission on Kuro Ebebo Apemo. Abishia Kamehuna Yeni Ghana and Komo. So you don't know my story. Yempai bomo ya disremo. Urade yankropon twediampon. Tell me where. Wa hwe yen so amai nei. Ya wonkwa ene ahodene a. Asedan de ma urade. I go take off my shoes. Ene yeniaba. Dance agoda opalogo. You have said. PSC star ya adwen. Urade mo na omobio wo ahodena oguso edeman kwa ne mfra na empo no pen so yera so tiase arapai dia mene wo chede say never think you are nothing, never think you are everything, but always think you are something and you can achieve almost anything. Never think you are nothing, and never think you are everything, but always think you are something and you can achieve almost anything. Esa natia wonipa esesa wo hwe umudie wa ho odene ane dia wonsu betimi aye na wiase ya mensem American you say emu ho sa wo ya bonfia ensusu sa wo ya de wo ya bibia enye ye ensusu da enwe sa da ana enwe sa wo ya bibia ana ma enwe sa we are bibi so nemo mjitu mprako pese wo betimi enya bibia se ubu ho abonfia eno enana ewiase abrabo no ekotia nemo mjitu sa wonsu ya do ye bibia ebeyi wonsu betimi active bibia ene na wo betimi abon ho so na waye bibi ewa setren yi mo bia ni waye bo no ba asase so sa ono de na okura nsroma kase bi nipa bebre ba bia wo maduru nya na ya hodene eya jumatani a okeka apagya wo maduru ba bia wo maduru onso betimi aye bibi ewa setren yi mo onso betimi abon ho so ewa setren yi mo erenti emu ho abonfia ena ebenada na pay nipa bi na di kan agya wo de na se jitum sa wonsu betimi adu ba bia wo maduru no jitum sa wonsu betimi aye bibi abonfia nya emom jitum sa wonso sombo na wonsu betimi aye bibi ena ebenada yi onu mo amasisi adan wonu mo matoto kasa kasia wonu mo awiase asetremu ne yede omo nsatremu se wo modi ye no abusia won sonsi omo piece ha o emo bonfia na tabu wo se wodi wo ye ye anti akosua manu ne ba ne ho opani ko manu ba ne ho nti wo ntimi nya hwe sa de anu nti ana ntimi wanti nko anu abrabo mu no na emo mogitum se unsu ye obi unsu betima ye bibia awurade nyankropon twedi ampon arapa me ka cho se obetimi de waye bibi so kokra na wo nso ubetimi ayobi e wo society a wotimo okura wotimo no oman a wotimo na eya dance die e dia ma afofo je hutu mo ate se ubetimi ayebibi e wo wasetere yemo emu nwa bonfia na obrani nu a why you light adiasa yeso man shren se obunu nwa bonfia se ebra wo hyase anya asa nimdie no se obetima aka bibia soso man ba bibia timi aso no se wa anyine hu ani ana obunu nwa bonfia anka wiase nkianya kanea one more we are somebody akosomota na agility power one more matirimu ponu nya asa adwe no anom ka so yentimi nya we cannot do it anya sure nkene o power Ghana so jitum sa won so no betima ya bibia ma na yeye emu so media menyo obi a media mensa hwe na media me ya hwan jitum sa wunsu yobi na ubetima ye bibi ewo society krona wo mu na mojire se rade nso babu awo ama wotimu pono so atimi abam kwanso kokra so abusia barima bana na krado abopre ne Western in the morning from now to 9:30 abusia kame ho na ensem wasi Ghana ha no mene wo nche ebra wo so do aje nche ebeba twemedie kase so wachema ba ya sanche abena sewa many ampo kwabra yaro Samuel Tinko Tichepo Osikane from Pomanso na mana prekom nyano pay techere ebena dey and Samuel esafata bia yedema na ye live Western Diamond Television rescan your decoder ubenya no penwa journey our discussions. Okay, Yegusu, the countdown is still on. 11 more days to go. Aka Nefrano Edu Bako. Now the new patriotic party, no, to about the Frankatune. Now, what the party name 2028 elections are at that year name 7th December. Now, the attention for iron say no be da kwemo. Say yes, wa mama fa wonte fu anko. Na ye nyina da so tiase won kwan wusemu a memenda edi anim ye ne na awotwe so na abato no ebeba enti delegate omoye over 200,000 wonum na ebeto aba for almost 277 constituencies wonbeto aba e Ghana wonim say the national headquarters also woman police station ba ko ho ai nei wonmo ebegina ato aba eje afri ho eno ntimi ne okasanhye ne wonanim pa ye de yanti jame eni so mu bia bibia da kwamu a various aspirant no Canada or in Japan the northern part of the country and I'm sure video bi na me he Canada dem means there be we dey Canada nie nanti akura ho a diamond so wura na bre so when nanti na ha beka se bi ase wo yare. But I'm telling you, more and more social na Canada yare onyare. Osha mo se na manfo twura ebisi bre ebisi ase so to me say Canada ye nyana se nantia ne kwa steps na very difficult. Bre because campaign is so obenantia agbo apro no nya betenti na na me ka se na na Akufo we ni fie ne bra ye to aba 2020 in fact 2016 and then 2016 the campaign to almost in Ashanti region baby and when we were nachi me ko ba dey na ma bre branche na me james no na chese me body my hojo de a chekwa wo sori ana eden aso no moduro be na na adu no no ni fie duru no be 70 something na ko be 80 no na wo den so unti campaign na betesa nti munya kanali wonyare baby aduru no campaign do stage bi na o stamina nya harder ma ha babu to ho I'm telling you enti bre so bre pa na Canada wa bre ntimo amoye na Canada na David nya ne kure nya yare bia ni wa yare bia se wontimi nante na de ade ndo bi eye bre na hwa wotimi se papa no wa bre ankasa pa because movement will call constituency by constituency near better. So Ogusu are the northern part of the country. Oba Pro. Dr. Brana Champon. On also Adnedi and Mo. Afei Yenya Dr. Alhaj Mohammed Baumia Yakacho say wo Asante region and the 6 neto what they call Asante region wa Ogusu obo Prah enya agro engineer Kwabena eje Japan ono so na from dia enya sem kutoa doctor say do twom mu nyina campaign seriously to make sure say on the DJ no one mo bi ebetimi edinkonem ewo elections ne mom na dia abane say nyame ya adomo a enaya benadai atini wukuo ya wo party no de krata piedwa say one mo to nsa frɛ various aspirants nipa num ni nyina sɛ wɔn mmra Alisa Hotel in Accra na issues bi hɔ a wɔn bɛ discuss de hia ne sɛ wɔn ɛbɛsane asumdwe apam sɛ yɛto ɔbɛ no wie a the outcome of the resource no aspirant ni nyinaa bɛgye atum sɛ wodi nkunim sɛ wɔani nkunim for the sake of the party enti wɔn nyinaa ɛbɛka bom na afei no ɛnea mɛtema fine wei ɛyɛ William Yamoa ɛna ne nsa secretary anase a ɔde aba saa invitation no for joint stakeholders meeting na me yadom a yawada ɛna ɛbɛba so mama the other slide no na yɛnhwɛ wɔn mu a specifically no wɔn mu invite wɔn mu ɛwɔ dwumadie no okay for Ora Dr. George Amo were executive secretary National Peace Council INA ono so saa dwumadi on be no wo ma to nsa afre no a wo be kɔ saa meeting kese na se His Excellency John Ajekunkufuo were former president from 2000 to 2008 ono ene no were Ghana mampanini wo ma to nsa afre no His Excellency Nana Ado Dankwa Ekufuado nanu ya no ofiri so mama ha mabaye from 2016 to 2024 one na Ghana mampanini Mr. Dankwa Smith Bute acting national chairman meeting no obekobi Justin Kodua Frimpong he is the general secretary of the party obekobi Honorable Hackman Owusu Ajeman national chairman council of elders onosu obekobi Honorable Frema Osai Opare national council of patrons onosu ejina meeting nim Right Honorable Professor Mike Okwe former chair presidential election committee onoso ebekobi Honorable Afenyo Marken minority leader obekobi Honorable Patricia Apiejei deputy minority leader national executives ebe present o meeting ase Konadu wahine a Japan obekobi Dr. Brana Champon onusu bekobi Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Baumia onusu bekobi Dr. Osaya Dutum ebeko ana engineer Kwabena ejei a Japan sa enipa yi a mabobo omudin omo ana yawada wonumo ebeko meeting ase at exactly 11 a.m. ewo Asante Hall Alisa Hotel na womo akosane sa asumdwe apam no na bibia nso ay fine yenya William Yamoa nkomo ayedie yene no ebetoa so edimu nkomo ye ewo statement a wote abetudwa no nso eho MPP elections ya huwe mame ntimfiri ona afei menko other stories so Professor Smart Sapon wode survey ababonten na ne outcome no say wose Dr. Baumia ana ebe winning elections no ne de da ho yenya no ene ne bekasa the latest one ababie enso aye Dr. Evans Evans Dua, Dr. Evans Dua, were the latest one ba. Nensuru de ansa Konadu wa hina Japan. Ena obedi nkunim ewo mu. Pacho MCR mede Dr. Evans Dua ne NASA resource na mantino obetimi a project bi ewo screen so ma me anka babu ame. Na yeti nkomo so ase about what the brother we no good. Na Konadu wa hina Japan. Best case say na chese wonya 52.59%. Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia ebenya 36.28%. Dr. Bryant Echampon ebenya 8.60%. Dr. Sayadu Chubenya 2.05%. Na engineer Kwabena AJ Japan enya 0.52%. So worst case crown was Konadu ebenya 96,450 votes. Dr. Bawumia ebenya 76,607 votes. Dr. Brenacham ebenya 16,842 votes. Dr. Asayadu Chubenya 4,002. Na Kwabena Japan 1,002 votes. Well, undisclosed. One more. Omantimian Chasa Yatu Obama way, 6,080. And undecided. One more undecided. And so 6,910. Now the total of delegates number to about 204,893. And also earlier was say but enwa to suma me na ye me bi aba be the regional breakdown so ho na yes intino worst case kra no out of sa 96,450 no Kanajafo benya 47.07%. Na Dr. Bawumia 37.93%. Dr. Brenchampo 8.22%. Wasaya Adochum 1.95%. And then engineer Kwabena Japan 0.49%. Ente they are also our best case vote no. Na Konadu benya 107,751 votes. Now Dr. Bawumia from 73,607 no benya 74,257. Not just Dr. Brenchampo benya 17,621. Dr. Brenchampo benya 4,197. Na engineer Kwabena Japan 1,067. Na the percentage wise no na eno so SSS 52% so the medical aboboswo ediama so Dr. Evans Dua they are also at the abano na yanja regional breakdown kakra na yantuaso yenyanu a yene no ebebo enkomo ewa ha. So Asante region what's rasa Konadu in Japan. Okay, we in terms of percentage as what some figures we buy minimally and also bet me nyama me a share the other slide and we a percentage wise near there whatever share the other slide I didn't say what the breakdown be by the vote ne the obia benya na afi ne e woso no so na de amame eno ye the other slide na mame na yentu aso enko na ewia okay ko the other slide no mame ko the other slide mame hwe ba ko no mame na yen hwe eno de em se ewo ne chat no ewo so miensa enti na okay mame feel good we ye ba ko nso ne well enti we ye Asante region was say best case no say ya che say ya je obi abakra say obi apie no obi akase obi ababo ntia betuto ne ade na Konadu benya 17,840 votes. Dr. Bawumia in Asante region ebenya 14,396. Na Dr. Brenchampo ebenya 1,948. na Dr. Osaya Dutum anya 1489 na engineer enya 84 Blue region wase Konadu benya 2197 wana banana okay 2197 Dr. Baumia ebenya 1870 votes na Dr. Brenner Champon enya 510 Osaya Dutum benya 125 na engineer enya 17 inti that is it ahafono buno 4315 ana Konadu benya Baumia ebenya 3026 na Brenner Champon enso atumi enya 510 na Educhum enya 100 Educhum benya 125 na yenua engineer enya 17 mame nko line so mra mame ni Johnson nyamesam emon komo we secretary Kwabre East emon komo ba mama che
Amejo sawu
na honam ye de
owe nyame adomoko
good
sina mafeo
me hoye pa sa na no Saturday me hu sa wo kom sa wo Kwabre asa wo be kasa asa wo nkasa na sa puppet just dey ade pa na wo ya na entrance wo so wo entrance
na me here say Dr. Baumia ba Kwabre is a me transfer again because the chairman name here chomu ko entrance na ye transfer so because apart the guy she Kwabre for bo say what the Kwabre ye na ye kwan ye to abaga na ye to abaka sie so indika mafo yo obi ababia ni nya minister grada it that time man Dr. Baumia be ka say obey second MP obey Kwabre is second MP if papa no ni agro na say Dr. Baumia ba Kwabre is na secretary me ko translate e wo branch ma betimi translate am MP translate it dey na ground so translate na man ye
well Jones mami ntio Dr. Ba Mufusa da aspirant do na ba Kwabre East wo comparatively wo de toto Dr. Baumia nanya se gutu na enipa no minimum say Kwabre mudos pa in terms of I'm say nursing ward that is a move to so mienu asamiensa if my memory will set me right in terms of I don't say we domi Kwabenya every amount na be second or so in terms of voter population mudos pa mukasa mu beto aba na mu hu we say the pardon a epie be sia Dr. Baumia Kwabre East no a then be share some of the videos ni be share ahwefo ne yetiefo de very emphatic statement of Kwabre East dia adintina ma amanfuo pie bumsa be sha Baumia
no what's aspirants do no ma omo ba ya na omo organize because you organize if for omo monye non delegates emo mutimi ba dom no kwa obi be mu se dom ye there ho but Dr. Baumia there it was so organic. Everybody you saw there was someone all voting right can be natural. Now okay, what I want to say, people wanted to come and have a look at Dr. Baumia. And now because we want more what said Dr. Baumia but the next president of this country, he wanted to come and have a look at him. They came in their numbers. He said, "Anybody do mobile one year, many years, I want about me." And Obia even also conscious Obia aspirants Obia on the team. Our moye man one underground. Obia bad Obia bad because the numbers were so huge. It is telling you that Obia is winning the election. You know, every day organic. As a sign of Waba, a boy, a papa, don't want to ban almost a punta quana, Muka fire by a Mukazama gas, can what it is so. It is my youngest can be. Dr. Baumia Jenny. All people are more voting rights in Kwabre. A doma who will be building in now, a doma Baba to Dr. Baumia. And then because then they said Dr. Baumia. The campaign one percent will be an or year or Canada because meaning say Dr. Baumia win election now. because of the demeanor, the way I was position in it. So share other husbands say young can home in your party now. 1% young go for it. Power in 2028.
Enti ubetimi asisudia kasa delegate moto aba ewo kwabre Eastern mini nkamusa moya dodo say
delegation trouble kwabre is there 1482 1,000 including former MPs and former DCs in Kabuma 1,482 police station for here 1,400 there were 31 coordinators 17 former executives and a former MP, former DCs, and
okay.
1,482. And
I went to Yamaman Cancer. They say, let us survey if we are Santa region, according to Dr. Evans Dia. Sir, in the best case scenario, Dr. Bomiamenya 14,396 votes in our Santa region. Na Canadian Japan were the main contender no and 17,840 meaning say Canada Benya more votes than Dr. Baumia in Ashanti region. How do you make of it?
Dr.
Evansia over Joshua Ufri Bra Dr. John Punchia Kuma Efrimu, one of the aspirant on prayer Dr. Evansia we chartered accountant. Now we're not small player. I was to do. We're researcher. We're researcher.
And the person who gave you free.
Oh, okay.
And in the background.
Fantastic.
In the first place, meaning methodology usually and the analysis, no. Okay, in terms of business, you free for Ebiana. I've been watching. I'm a person over baby. And I say, go on, swap. Omo de omo gym omo the figures dey back na I disagree with this man na hey silent tell you yes you go be
okay
but the reality of parliament to say the research or that back on the be
Jones money how one no dey an buy no doctors must support no dey e dey aba say Dr. Baumia enso be dim konim
enti no enti adia me de ebia ono de na odi ba no o se bu on ma ye bo mo power so mo fa me bu na se protest ni say we say so wodi no ono mo kele ja ko ya kanasem pano kwasa se enye ni time no nya abotre
okay
the way am for one laugh for Dr. Baumia no masa obi enu ono mo ko ida obi mi se so san to ba ma Dr. Baumia.
Okay.
The man is competent. No beer. In the history of Ghana, you can say the best vice president ever in the history of Ghana. Dr. Baumia. Dr. Baumia. How do you always say no? Nasa Konya Basen Santo Abamo video no man of history wire. Na go go different for beer. And the other names in the them say MPP. We have the men. Nipa fire from Opry to me now. They are competent enough. When it comes to Dr. Baumia, the massa. Nobody was okay. He's the best who can be the party together. He's the best who can look out for us in 2028. And several among for the council of the young career. The honest election will be interviewed. And with the competence and the hard work discipline of the government, we see, inshallah, they are going to win power in 2028.
Okay.
Unity. In the amount for post only by years and no will be judged. If you listen to them,
okay, Jones, Mamma was why? Yeah, Baba and Sana at Wabano. Yeah, that's what we brought when you're my way. All right, Jones and I'm some year secretary. Edema Adeshomo Kwabre East, Ashanti region. Ona Yenina Bonkomo, and a place. So that is it. Remember, Minya, Dr. Evans Gianwa, Yenina Bonkomo Kakra, na ya Yura. Ne reporter wote abanmu so ewa ha na ya hese de ebesi akwakosi so se de abane se deposit amanfo a deposit at the various banks in this country. Report a free banking sector development urba and it's October 2024 enipa ahon kekane ahodia na omdo musika eto banks no In terms of percentage wise, now it's 38.7% in October 2024. Ebrana MPP Takoradi. Year on 2025, the same October, are dropping from 38.7% to 8.9%. Meaning, sir, amount for Aukaka, Jidi Amunya wa bank simua, wamudu omusika koto bank no, ewo MPP era no, na ewo so. I said John Jamani mama abaye. From 38.7% to 8.9%. Very, very serious. Good. Well, any mamene Dr. Miana Yabawi so. Dr. Evans Dia Ewo Ahumani so. Dr. Mache. Yetie for edge so and pay. And kind Bibia the new ho. Yeda unyamia se papa. Dr. Evans Dia chartered accountant. Penny na yene bonko. In fact, about a lot of research here. Udima kutini pa. Wonim die sonko ewo research pa. Chese wabubo na bodini krata ani ade ohwa. Enra adenza in the public space ni there. Minim say o hete grants power social media enya agrokra. Efa wo reporter findings wo di ababo ntina amanfo discuss. First of all, the doctor Mamimusa say dia na amount for this report. We say ubeye sa sabeyi ahead of MPP elections what mu ebe.
Okay, then we let me so for Aquinian party of the amount.
Okay.
For research training, we be kind INS into back August and I be back September, October. And the last one we never power started to October 20 to November to December and we reach January 9th. Now research the nano NSA net MPP can for me no I'm the kind that is what I'm about me and I'm not Canadian in Japan. Not me personally there. All this while me penny the car me ferry for me. I will Dr. Mahmoud me a whole number say the back can't no let me tell you about the MPP so I'm an interested party the MPP that's the first bias and a super something and in July 2025 then my we could US and call Harvard create program at the faculty level degree there was a program as I was organizing into Nekasai and then so now we can be in Japan so we invite him. And the only first time I met many and I said, we share me and me a program I see which is a Nekasa. In fact, Nekasa, you know, we can now catch himself or catch on the team, say, or moon trying to moon farming the kind of company. In fact, Mr. Senior pressure that we from Dr. Mahmoud near campus and senior members. So, Mona, we can again make a campus and senior members.
Okay.
And I'm sure to tell you, 2024 elections here call you. Said, we lose you about Mehamepa because we do a new media. We campaign, ding, campaign in a street, so every street media, t-shirts, to check the media number for our campaign, it's not TV, so radio, so. Into the moment we kind of first research Accra next research NPP at battle 2024 we did with almost about $1 million. In fact in Penifobia no million from mama I know more because it will be an equipment the Penacre into and our courts we have ways and means to win the elections and Oman and in data and grandpa my answer find the first so I am catching from the beach Nassani and Makaka. And many sound could join a camp A and a camp B and some police are banning. And she said, the senior member, the normal framework, Dr. Mahmoud, the ferry power, and catching some son. And the summer journey the other elections. And no money fact research and regiment. Now the catches at that side and so now we can do major consumption show more. The first research number we 8,000 young farmer trouble.
Okay.
The young man send a bear mid decide is a major and that campaign after this campaign. Now here one of the propaganda person and amount of say because of the research points in the person more attaching to one of them. and not there any problem because I am an interested party.
Okay.
And what happened is in the year first one, and I'm the chair, the penny. In fact, high profile academicians are almost kind of professors.
Okay.
And now, person said, "Doc, why are they so what better? Minimum." On say delegate elections and general elections.
Okay.
It's a general elections which in Yako, India, Takoradi. Now I got Takoradi market, not okay, no, not baby. To which me alcohol, what see sentiments, no which make us so Anagana for the trauma about Western region. But that delegate elections now, number one, only the idea of focusing on political actors, into only politicians. Into common son, into which you mark say.
Yeah.
Into the best way, yes, say, which we are Yemedia polling stations now only 6 years. 6 offer no just Nipa 5 from polling station, make a sample size of the sir. Now for 5 every 1 month. There could be a polling station, more demographic, India and a half for no, or more XC, room to say, you want to have for me here. India, you have for me, Kennedy, you have for me, Brian. By the time I own research outcome, and you to see so there more representation of polling stations.
Okay.
So and then so close to the reality.
Okay.
And the first one at the back on 20,000 August. And in the year August, maybe I can't come and say the year August, the year, the plan's okay. Mama in the phone in a trend. And yeah, by your next say, I'll not look in the hands upon and media. Why do I have to worry myself again? But upon the thing that said, "Doc, we can be wrong." Because as an August, then most of the candidates or many delegates ACNV on so when the issue politics here, you get to meet it. And the says you do not want to let's see both sides on the show.
Okay.
The research will show us about the 10 million. But we are not member. Because the human army, I don't want people are many people. If we are not for primary, so you can don't buy that. I'm a probably apply for research between any strategy and winning a battle.
Okay.
Into yen should be yen sound running. And the time September, October. And the last one from October 20 to January 9th. Now, the October 20 to January 9th, the blockade country 16 regions.
Doctor.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes, my voice is much clear now. Be a new mukakra na yenti. Good. Meteon ka to asoma me.
In October, we share not the no is the house. I'm a Western. Send the delegates no air cano. Okay. The city no one can say we never try about it. The moment when I encounter no, it's also in the core central water and a Western region. It's never very 18. And the also means the core northern region, northeast, upper west, upper east, and Savannah. And at the chapter was Greater Accra, Eastern, Ashanti region, and the chapter.
Okay.
And then it is not until year by 24th of December. But it was called Bunyam, no? By music. There will be a quality assurance. Research in area. 20% of the course were recorded. Into India, from company na big Gresham and Necrano, but na computer me and Sadio reports from Kennedy Major from Major reports. Doctor also between to the other reports, and I think one person from Dr. Brian Champion budget.
Okay.
India person who is the India, more evidence for the panel. Senator said, Nina, yes, you know, maybe Africa.
Okay.
And Senator, we are person of 50 years power, you are research.
All right.
Your man really kind of here. They did kind of 2023 elections. They also need a 2023 2024 election laws.
Okay.
It's a scientific research.
Okay.
What we did is you check the evolution from 2023 August superdelegates, November 2023 main primaries, and I check it 2024 December 7th general election laws, and I check it 31st January 2026 elections.
Okay.
But that's only 2023 now. Before 2023, His Excellency Nana Danko Kufuor.
Yeah, Julia, Dr. Evans, yeah, and one of the Obabuai and Ankia, see home. Now, young Ria, your dear by Musi, now, yeah, share findings one with the Abano. Dear, a blue amount for mind Kakrapa, original level resource one, with the Abba specifically in Ashanti region. West case cry, West case, no, which I say Kennedy Benyan 15,000. 741. Now, Dr. Baumi, all the emphasis on your new media, and you said about discussions. DMB is 14,275. West case scenario crowd. But I'm for saying we are Santa Regina. Sir, Kennedy Pa, Benya vote, Cassiasi, Dr. Baumi. Somebody who registering now to God, Santa Regina. I think, Sako Shemubu. Anna, Greater Accra region.
Okay.
Maybe I told them Greater Accra so.
Young come back.
Okay, good. You knew Ashanti region. Good.
Over Ashanti region, for example, I think the mistake we make with research, I made the research and say, ABC Ashanti region. Research and no. Nipa new essay that you bet to Omaba. Now, the chosen women say Ashanti region. And especially with women in particular, if you are Ashanti region, Chemaun to me is actually a very good friend of mine because of Prah, and it's a very, formidable gentleman. He had a very strong grip on the region. Now, women is a so-called national in the region, and as I mentioned, the dynamics of Ashanti region, it would be enablers. Political clarity. When those enablers are no longer, Ashanti region is open. According to our research, Ashanti region is the most transactional region. The US will influence Accra, the Ashanti region. That we are in the Ashanti region dynamics, there were quite a number of things which me are surprising public way. In the Ashanti region, from your first one to your last one, before using that, it is keenly contested. Okay. Keenly contested, just a new game. In the research, none of them is crossing 50% Ashanti region. Okay. We are now crossing 50% Ashanti region because the honoring the battlefield. Ashanti region, into say, 31st back. Which if you Greater Accra, where you know Greater Accra. Which if you Ashanti region, the way you which if you Eastern region, the way you which if you Central, which if you Western, which if you both, which if you that 6 regions. Now the way you now. From there you can predict the win automatically. But when you have the things here, these 6 regions now be voting. They account for 69% of the population of the delegates. And you see that someone like Konadu Kennedy and Japan winning Central, winning voter. Any at 17,200 against 19,002. Okay. That was Greater Accra. Only at 37%, about 71,000 votes. Now, in 2023, on the occasion, people will say, "Oh, Ashanti region there, and not possibility anything." But in 2023, not a single toes above on thing, and my Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia less than 75%. That is to be a die, him at 95, 92, 85. None of them predicted less than 75%. And nobody gave Honorable Kennedy made a point, even 15%, even man 5, 8. But on the day of elections, with all that happened, and with His Excellency Nana Danko Kufuor and everything that we all know, it still came to 71,000 votes, which was 37%. Now, in the case of where we are in 2026, background, there is the 2024 elections now in New Sweden, and no other directed the 2026 January 31st.
I see.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a formidable person. I showed in a video I appreciate him. He's a solid man. Five candidates are formidable. It's me now, they are party members, but they make a
okay.
Nobody has me. There is no record of me anywhere because they make us a leader.
Okay.
There is no personal agenda here. It is strictly based on scientific way of finding out.
Okay.
If how come none of the polls predicted 75% of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in 2023? How come nobody saw to be 61 in 2023? How come not a single poll showed that? In 2024, every internal researcher, NPPA, including one of our own, Obinibia Babonsin, showed that we were doing more than 50%. But we got 41. So the reality is that when research comes out like this, the first thing I tell people is that so be the research that no kase asante again yadia we measure me nyamiase. It kills your complacency and tells you that you are here. If you see research me too. No kase I'm familiar me I followed the campaign in 2024.
Okay.
The reception you received, the euphoria. I never believed that the big election day. If you penny patch or some better about so much about. The Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a good man, and so on. So there is nothing personal here.
Okay.
None of us could see that. So what I just want to say is that this is purely scientific.
All right.
And if you take a constituency, Ashanti, now completely Greater Accra. Greater Accra, for example, I'll give you just one constituency, maybe a identical example. In 2023, every member, executive, top people there was supporting Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. There was not a single person, and one person, according to the research, showed no way in. But on the day of election, Adenta, Honorable Kennedy, Japan won Adenta by 1 vote. And for me, I was shocked as a student of data. I couldn't see it coming. And see, near this research, there are no sentiments attached to this research. In fact, I'll be honest with you, the two camps, the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia camp, Honorable Kennedy, and Japan's camp, some members of their camp have met me to scrutinize. In fact, one of the big men from one of the candidates, ex-senator professors, they sat me down to look at my data. Because and yes, we data such a way of form and a way of into the system like that. Right. And we went through the whole data and the looked at it. And for this research number, it makes full rigor and methodological integrity.
All right.
And there are no surprises here.
All right. And yabadasi, and in a cell, no, yabaka say, findings, I would have bannerman for no do comedy. Omo put Kennedy ahead of Dr. Bawumia according to findings. Now, me say, omo anu mo kasa no de almost all the delegates anu mo kasa ya na.
Oh, Bachelor baby. It's like I explained, we did 20,000 in August, and we had 26,000 in September, October.
Yeah.
And we had 40,980. Now, the methodology is very simple. The composition of every constituency, there was a member of parliament, council of elders, council of patrons, executives, electoral area coordinators. Who is uncle? We said the cool area. Now what you see from which is the polling station executives. Now the top people are accounting for about 5.5%, and the polling station for are accounting almost for 94.5%. And there was no human interference in the random sampling. But the random sampling just if you are putting out too much machine, because when you give them and then you could so much, and then you can be the courts not in the Fukudi and the machine, the machine no yama, near the researchers, no mafia. Our researchers, we did not conclude something. German said, constituency be a 1,400 delegates, and a constituency be a 500 delegates. There be a 1,400. There was a whole sample of endorses to the near 500.
And just
1,400 for 20%, I remember 280 delegates and from that constituency. If that's a 1,400, you need 280 in your best friend.
Okay.
Over, maybe 500 now. So 20%, they need 100 in your best friend.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you, sir, there is no research on the ground as of today. The numbers now you're doing. From October ended, November, December to January. In fact, after your second one in period, I'm not for answer number. I told them, quality work takes time.
All right. But you better say, what church him kakrama say, Momo find this amount from Kasa Dr. Konadu in Japan. And 31st no beti bedim konim ye hwe na ye nua Dr. Smasapon so nkasa ye beda se wo bubra wanyama no pe why okay all right nti ye ne Dr. Evans Dia we ye researcher and ono so ye ne no abon komo se ne de no de aba ne che se Kennedy we hine Japan na wadim konim ye se benya Professor Smasapon ono so de ne de aba che se Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia ena yanto ba no wie no na wadi nkunum yase asofo bebre kasa o abana be pai ena manfo ka ne ade na Professor Smansa Ponsi abana nya de be pai at the end of the day no Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia ena obedi nkunim ewo saa abatuo no so mesi abatuo le kwati se dia obi ade de beba but then do hwa na yebehunu ba bia susan ede amanfo board hunu ne ade ebe kwa kuku so de yebeka no enya sam kutu anu a mene Dr. Evans ya kasa se de amanfo aye no social media no so no mene kasa off air amanfo friend ne atem de nyina mo didi na tem bia ede ade aba no so wase de woni amanfo di nkomo no de aba enti ede azu a aka 11 days o de didi ne be hunu professor say elections no enya fofofo de but there is no way say Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia enwini elections no ene de Professor Smasapon making emphatically ye heso na yenyano a ye de ono so ebeba ahoma no so na ye ne no abonkomo ewufia ha utie Western Diamond Television o hwe Western Diamond Television ene anope Western in the morning Tuesday's edition ena ye de eba nsam no de edoso kakra ye bebobo so e de amamona me kasa depositor ya ye ewo last 2 years October 2024 Epejai call 38.7% under NPP Abreso a yes inflation wasro NPP Abreso a interest rates wasro so people were eager to deposit their money at the various banks in the inflation above from interest rate above from last year a dropping from 38.7% to just 8.9% in October eda yani economists and before no ebebo nkomo busa said the isitie okay mamene Major Derek Odro emon nkomo kakra the issue of security hon nkomo kakra ha Major good morning
me am what you saying
na mena dom ya hu ya fisia panso
afin commentary eminya
afisa se na nkwane ahode wona ga na yeye amen Major whatever man pedia news ya tie abasa say no it was a vice president Professor Jenana Opokuachiman bra woko is it Uganda I don't know the one of the Africa countries mo si o mampania wo mo ceremony man in fact the presidential jet no kwana vice president to the call say no you say the presidential jet no aba back on air yedi kopie mu ewo eyam no ne ekosiesie ba boso me be enwotwe no say ababa ka ese nya ahode ne ebe ya adwuma Major de yebusa ne say ya testing enough ehunu say aircraft no it is in good shape enough ebe service your president ne the vice president other prominent figures in this country en create problem bia ansana yema pray etimiesi kwaso na
you mean me that about your phone na number bia for to yapa to be 101 Falcon. Here VIP flight, VIP plane. Ghana for a friend of presidential jet. Presidential jet is a president. I bring in or baby or they and most open or the a plane VIP for ministers and now politicians, judges, and in the particular EFA. The president the party to quite reserve the man of the people because be another United States vice president and so they took one. Then the president in Prah and the name issue a plane no pay at the free Benin Abba Accra Nana or Brian look could you not be stranded plane night the coin the number into a fray Ghana Air Force presidential jet for VIP. Now plane no na supporting plane or my peniku for Ekotoye to support the main VIP plane. Politics in Kino Ujaye want to main plane Castiano. The American presidential jet, you know, Castiano and Beto facilities every woman everywhere international one. The national flight in Nana and on the issue. Some proposal Air Force 4 years and on the buy and Kuvua Bano and you to move. And the taxi or way now. You did now or small one Falcon on local flight and a close vicinity there in Africa, West Africa. Nanka Cassiano is America for Mukli Cassiano. I have a friend Air Force 1. I have president in the issue. And no, talk because of politics that time no before FAC a comedy you need to cut and you need to cut a top plane. I'm not giving at all. You could go gold no timber. Diamond. Any time in life if I will be between the top side plane also. Who shows up a top plane? A month of you say who in here and we have president in Kwan, the veteran Monelson, and no, hey, idea will be a UTV. Some plane no, may one Kufua Antimianto, and it's all Falcon, Kitwana, and Timin 2 3 uncle. Amanonise America, and I said far away places, no, because endurance no start. Poor no aviating for another panel. I get to heavy. And you can see a man so fairly. A president is really out to choir. And yet I know so yet. And see, yeah, to I can see and this you are buying. Could water and only one trouble muda. And this you are buying. And issue ya. Okay. You are buying already also. No about the issue. Who want to the issue? Maybe I not walk America. There was Accra, but not problem of home. At some way, I'm a national security. Any Air Force of Walker and say, and your airworthy, they're over to me to Kwano. And you know, the Chata plane and a demand on winning who are gonna and some opposition for then and this a kind of far. A country no. Emma foreign affairs minister this year also no. Yeah, madam for kuja to abrakwa. E ka ho se mebre. The plane na ko hayama o mampani no. Ade aye from pocket here. Na plane no anka obetimi de Falcon no. Presidential jet no akọ. From so bia ni ho. Na ono na ba balance na ba ni ko high car. And after a plane, baby, the Obampani and now Obampani at the baby or no, or a minister of the resign. And they are simply I can be a buy one. Ampa Vice President acquired Oba, Tabena Plano in Ghana. That was France. I will see a charter plane and a demand. No, now, Imusa said, Minister no resign here now, on the foreign affairs minister. The politics, what did you ever play your politics? Why not a pinch you? Then why not a hunt you? And the you find your politics. They say, fuck or no, or buy no. Oh, sir, from so hopefully it was March 2024. On the call 2025. On the call servicing. France. On say attack in I read that change. And then you know, baby, crap, when I read that change. On the call, woman could say, on the Abba, on the bar, and she be outside the Kubi and send us. And to my baby's our home. On the Aqua never. There you come.
Okay.
There you come. Yeah, and then I need to. About the between us or top president, a plane to be.
Yeah.
Near Nukra, said, yeah, no. And they have got helicopters also there 9. That helicopter way, Mikaisa, and a presidential jet need to. I need to one defense minister, Mampani Nanado, versus the cancer. Presidential jet now one about the Mibiano. Then I said, and from so now, Smatiaba home. In their one day, 610. I got to know. Now, one day, Swati. The FPI said, Nelson, a brother of a penny, and you are there to quarry the enemy. Nelson, supporting plane, and your main plane. He said, no, a woman yourself, I got to main presidential jet, and the other.
Okay.
I know the facilities, facilities, no more. Every say, woman, can you go out to a joke? Walk through, maybe I'll go to your conference and I say, let the crowd let me get a room. Let me get a room. I just over to walk. We are afraid I'll go to a hotel. Well, could you have a conference and I say, if you are yes, let me have a photo. A bear, opposition, the den opposition. I'll never move away. I can want some kind and I could waddle. And I'll pursue guy with him, or pursue guy with him. And that I bet you also, yes, I never told the second plane.
Okay.
Nanya, or my penny, I was over guy with him. And he played number, not a year, maybe as a politician, as a former chairman of Defense and Interior Committee in Parliament. Our former deputy defense minister, maybe there is either former military officer, maybe recommendation is as a theater, from.
Okay.
Now you demand done a buying when you follow issue. Can you help your country and Ghana penny for cabinet ministers, any other people, Eko here? Now you bread. The then opposition now in government are taking the purchase of extra helicopters.
Okay.
When you go to Kukumu, and he says, I do what maybe I may support to say the better place to be. And you have also what they are on the buy penny for I have for any to be at Ghana and on the Juma. Medical evacuation. Obi area any record COVID buy and yet military aircraft and carry what you pa.
Okay.
It's media based support to say, but even no plane number, you find your supporting plane. I did 24 a close vicinity to Africa and West Africa. Any Ghana, there's a very one that I'm probably it won't be a one more issue FA. I say, I won't go out slow. The night that I know, you find your local fighter and go long distance. I didn't tell you.
Major Mamenasi, and a pay. Mamenasi pa. Major retired Derek Drew, a former deputy defense minister. And yeneno abonkomo afa enei ye new jetta na ye yiso some years back mfonso ba ho a yakosiesie me ne okase no ene asa back on air ai ni ebe adwuma e dia som Ghana for nti no ho nkomo e na yeneno akodi no I don't say we make just say waka the history about this aircraft by yene abanda da na etwam ne yeso okotobie ne the current administration but that time we opposition car ye e kasati aye nei wo mo se o mo koto be 9 e dia be pd o hono so say we yaba according to information yan say etiapo aba BSA ko bi betimi akọ wo mo say as experienced man no aka say yentobi nka ba me hu say ye hwe ye hu ene ya brabo aye bonu krom ha say aircraft wey you ahodi enough dia ana ye maintain way because sikanu a ye de koto 2 presidential jet actor 9B aircraft ni ade dia ma military no enye ska atwo say sikanu ye betimi dia ye bibi sonko de wo man mu ha ye o man a afi na kakanga ye boabo enwo se kuro de be yie enti say ye prepare enwo de enwo toto developed countries ni bia na ebe ko fa asem na dia bere o man no etimi dia magin chance nka we ni yede ya yanyu suru kakaka ansa na kopi mi se ebia ebrepem no ye betimi atode ye broso mame nkola no so me Eric Cheibafo economist enkomo ene anopei Eric Mache
ye provinia
na honamu ye de
okay ka papa ya do madaroma ye hoye na mo so e
ba de adom enwe pa na u free tell ya bedu Ghana na u mfia me nkase waba ai atiye pa ti ma review kwa me Eric
empelifo si seven to kwa fun na refia ka patem madaroma patem ba na bi twi dia cheme
good Eric Cheibafo me wu se de me sin discabo a young guy ba wa bia wose eba economics internationally and locally minim obi a ebia in a dispensation yare no betoto ho but no otababi di no adwene ho Eric nkoma ye gina no pani etietia ye hwe enedia bafa reporter abeto dafa amanfo ho keka wo mudi o musika ekoto sika krabia e wo maimu no a dropping from 38.7% in terms of amount for willingness amudo musika amu ye deposit to a bank I drop it to 8.7% and now here NDC for eBay and yebusa say what will be some of the factors ebe nam so amamfo edo musika to banks bebre na abanfo fo betimi abana I drop it with that huge margins
yo me that minia me fa kwenye na me ma we fishia pa biu na me ma we tifo ne wa kwefu na fishia pa na minia no yi kwenya wa busenge emu du pa kwa se ye de o ye exams ni actually say discuss the following questions, compare, contrast with the results that you get, and then analyze the condition. That is a full picture.
Anyway,
yes, so the change is Osha Ghana economy shia umuna senka owo if there is a financial eye, another economic eye, who said your economy is equal. Kasebe Odo Sabi Gucci Eddie Amagana. Na economy is in the power area. Yabeka say in pano edda intensive unit. Ya could GS and we was the D7 and D8. That is where we it is obia oye stroke na osanso so da ho a unia ye friend no say oxygen isim so say the be nipa no e ko betoro again tin America sa o economy area there are three main factors you determine the macroeconomic indicators. One, you share growth rate. 2, now you share unemployment rate. Then 3, BFS nominal GDP, real GDP, and PPP GDP. That is the purchasing power parity, and only a forex. Now, in principle, forex it be determined through the artificial way, and now say mediation, and now they can say intermediary, and now say pump say forex the good system say the be a big brand. Not to say oxygen and now the share economy. Yeah, mano what the ya with me there woman. Or economy now Casamo me and woman or this home. Say a Prah win who and now no proper na TV show war Casa only oxygen is is using the natural cause of the carbon dioxide now the age. Now grand economy is here also the man of oxygen. In the abra you oxygen you say king na ifije to kisana echo. Also your economy now to me every month on average open pay over $1 billion at the good economy man. They will tell you that we're a failure. There is no any structural reform and now the economy no. Engineer who you piano artificial. It is a cobase. You true oxygen if you to say king the economy will crunch and collapse. And Nuntina and the member for this Namen can say and then no say oh yeah cocoa growing areas.
Yeah.
Yes, me can see Sudia Akatu no say cocoa farmers no. Say you are do Mahamane na ban. Omopos no interfere with the forest near current now. Market will be no. Check. This is a imprint no. Share naturally or senka Ghana to see it will hoop around 14 to 15 Ghana cities. And it's why na about 10. If they say cocoa board mean na only this castle could sika diama the cocoa farmers now. Cocoa board will Obaboka over 150 million Ghana cities. Choppable Ghana cities. A cow because of what? The intermediate of the forest. If you cannot the aban. Ntiye maame no mu ne do apa no mu ye nana no mu kuku no me kere su dia ka chiro mo se aban no entimi anye eyi and oxygen now forest o di kuku mu no ye ya she can get down but the cocoa board is a council with tiaka cocoa board but for big time.
I see.
Into the other aban here say or train so no be say forest no ebesa bana and aban so so yes o jai forest ni so say the people say kim economy no and so be crash.
Okay,
is there a friend that kwesiko na so tina kwenti. Now back to your question. Aban ni bi by a policy bi by your friend sterilization. Yeah, no net say this amount for them who to munina in Gugu Bank of Ghana. Last year, the Gugu was hoping around 60 billion. Young Casesicano, there was a system more. Canona, Uncle, everything to be Akoto Bank, Akusevu, Akoto other securities at the bank. But because there is no money on the pocket of people, you can be now person can say you be the Koto Bank and Akoto other securities at the bank. That is why we've had a huge shortfall. And this year, say Abano also a sterilization because he wants to control inflation. It's therefore many annual money there, and yet there's going to be another significant decline on deposit and savings at the bank. Send them social media, I said, they are in your Ubuwa was China Brew in a full central region, meaning say, Ubia Banchi and Panel2 work was in a Kubri, a why? Because Umunya to 4. Yate one fool, and Sumunya to 4. And if it be Panem, as for the Quahoto, Banchino, there is no purchasing power. Indeed, a quack amount for aid, see a penny. Amount for call or how many at a team. A call the amount for Nelson in Yanusu, they do with them. This answer amount for Nishika or the airport to Sanyo Mano. It's a move up and Nemu Pinam market. No, maybe over one done in your mouth. They are here. Why? Because of what? Sterilization.
Okay.
Now, a Kumasi Hansua, it will also affect the government revenue. And in Amorea last year, the government had a huge shortfall of the revenue close to 30%. Yeah, a significant figure. Say a buying ulusu revenue because I don't I employ programs and policies. Oversending power to will be treat your workers money contractors are made money now. In the eyes of the people, so yes, but now so no for any abiding within any developmental projects no at the whole actually.
Okay.
So we say
yeah, but Eric, the chairman for actually said now him say interest rates before 2025 no na e was so about we by what interest rate so near de na why say of course inflation crowd drop near de ama see the nya hoden na yesu say bia so all these indicators ibema citizens now hoden amount for a lot of deposits comparatively to 2024 the annual now the two last year the annual are dropping huge amount for ntiase. The big question is say anka interest rates what tini ade a yen share ma your banking sector na kwaso de ena nka betimi amount for confidence no do o sika koto bank by no ankeka no eswatia ba ma che se odinu awon ntiase ana yebusa se ejidie na manfo nya we banks ni mu ana se ede ade pa na manfo ntimi deposit a lot of money at the banks are ama a drop it aba from sir. That is the question I person who say di ade na ama na basa.
Yes, and I mean on the culture because of sterilization because he can't get a good plan semuno. Yeah, a good plan between the Akoto bank. Na bank also between the Sikana to ho. Now also the ama rules no. And the side I don't know. They didn't hope you. Amount for the Sikana Akoto bank. And go bank be ma ruwa. Aye sika or no adibia free ankura ho. And what sounds also island to the followers. It is a papa Mement me first can go to bank. A book rent me for Bianco, who produce an answer me for Bianca. A better bank for senior standard and so I day. A man can cross from Banco and go to bank. It did the man say bank in the bill, a bayata to EBC on no big teacher man for car. Nelson won't me Jessica and what the uncle because of legalization of Modiaba. And the Yata policy rate so all right. Nelson banks and also the banks they are very expert when it comes to finance. So here and maybe Sikakwa Wakoma the Buprase on corner bank to Mesubia. The woman said because of sterilization into amount for Sikakwana, or making up for patronize a Bukra through that. Today from the scammer a Bupras of Vancouver business and pre-play and grab a boca. With the Sikama Bupras here, Bupra Bede, a Boboka. It is therefore Memphis Canada and Mebupra. Name the American say, no Quaquaquato are buying bonds. It was here. Most of the banks, they declared huge profit last year. Why? Because she can't almost some of the bank. Name so this can come out by now or top bonds. Yeah, 3 months, 6 months. You know, say Billy at the end of the period, a bano, a bed, a band remuneration, and now profit out being a bano the bed at the amount. So it's not going to, it's just like the banks and the government are now dealing, but the individuals already, Omo Ababa, they said a year, Yenan sister, the Musa. It is so desire, not just Sana and also Etienne.
Okay. Eric, Mammy Fonsi and Amenasi, Ewa Bra, when your mind, what Arma, be actually Yadrian, Yabefro. Good. Eric Cheba for your economist, and now, Yenino, Akobon Komo, Eddie Afa, depositor, a dropping from 38.7% to 8.9% under the era of the NDC in 1 year. Last year, you dropped Abba from Sa, Eno, and Yeneno, Eddie Emun Komo, Eddie African. Well, Banana Jua Saku case in Gusua Court, Yedia, Edna cross examination course, so court to Eddie Asemana 26th day of January. Edwada idea enemy, and a court sabe cross at Nakotua assembly. And Shadi and Anu Yabu Mania said the state prosecution witness no. Henry no they are two just still are no there we need any agreement or transactions with a contaminant bia wakasi su dia sa nti asem gusu a egusu de ni de akire pa facha ma wontu ne eye a contaminant case na lawyer Andy Apia Kubi after say eno court ko asetre wie no ba bontene ene nsem cho for kasa less than 1 minute yenti ni kakramra ye ba ye beto
also came to the box. We have elicited evidence from him and have discharged him from the box. The next prosecution witness, who happens to be the investigator, also came to the box. So we have sealed his mouth. And we will continue on the 29th of June, 26th of June, of January, sorry, when we come back to cross-examine the investigator. I'm told that after the investigator, there's one more prosecution witness who will come from Minerals Commission. So far, so very good. We have elicited evidence from him and have discharged him from the box. The next prosecution witness, who happens to be the investigator, also came to the box. So we have sealed his mouth. And we will continue on the 29th of June, 26th of June, of January, sorry, when we come back to cross-examine the investigator. I'm told that after the investigator, there's one more prosecution witness who will come from Minerals Commission. So far, so very good. We have elicited evidence from him and have discharged him from the box. The next prosecution witness.
We a lawyer and Apia Kubi. Also, after say court, no, quasi no, the honor should do Jaka Kramam. Now, Professor from Pombuati, I don't know. I'm not the MT no United Television, so no, Mama, Manyama won't say, your time or time, Dr. Baumia. Pan won't penasem because who's to crowd to only do what you want just say, Papa, you be able to would the discussions between Professor from Pombuati and UTV, one more hostess, no, Nkomana, when no Eddie. But for video, no to
Professor, coming from Pombuati, one Dr. Elijah Mamudu Baumia problem, no. Because I say, we can't say never know about Baumia Baumina, waka, see, yini essential, who is so special. Who say, a panel, so we can say, and your profile, one in a encounter be paying,
Ghana is more
yet okay
than all of us.
Okay.
It is about Ghana. We are fighting for our children and their children's children. No, we have to say the truth, what I think. And this is the truth. We need to build this country. We need solid people. We need people who are passionate, who are in control, and then they have the capacity to use science, technology, and innovation, to do this thing.
About the conversation, Hannah. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I said this time around, see, I don't support any one of them. I don't support anybody. Say, what I'm saying is,
but aside no, be a flag bearer. We okay with it?
I'm okay with that.
But no, dear flag bearer, when you okay. Wow.
I'm serious because see, Oba, former president in the Bush for Council of Elders who is here, Prime Minister or Tiana.
Oh, you think say he's going to be the face of the past?
He is the face of the past and the face of this incompetent. Some of the competent executive people, no, and the abusive regional chairman, no, and he cannot bring them to book.
Well, the regional,
some of them,
chairman, some of them were abusive.
They are still abusive.
Yeah. Oh, Prof. They are not my auntie, because will be abusive. They are idea more.
Won't you say, "Binum Bakwana, maybe you can't see who?"
Say.
Yes,
oh, Prof. Because the way I passionately say about it, I'm pretty sure we
need to be serious with things that we are doing. Even when you say digitization, but mere standard of digitization, that should not be the national standard. Here, and for you cook them for her. I mean, Professor. These are serious people. All the computer departments in this country. I didn't say it will be a program here. Young University Foreign Transit say, "Oh, this is what we have. Can you help us to bring digitization to these areas?"
Professor, Dr. Alaji Mahmoud Bawumia problem na.
No.
Because I say we kase ne bono bo Bawumia na waka si yini esincha hu ne so ye special. Who say e pa na so we kase any prof one na encounter be
Ghana is more important than all of us.
Okay.
It is about Ghana. We are fighting for our children and their children's children. Yeah, tutum papa so ne kase say bibinti. No, we have to say the truth, what I think. And this is the truth. We need to build this country. We need solid people. We need people who are passionate, who are in control, and then they have the capacity to use science, technology, and innovation to do this thing. See, I don't support any one of them. Because I don't support anybody. Say, but what I'm saying is,
but aside on Omomo Bia Baby flag bearer, we okay with
I'm okay with that.
But no dear baby flag bearer, when you okay. Wow.
I'm serious because see, Oba, former president in the Bush for Council of Elders who is here, Prime Minister or Tiana.
Oh, you think so?
And I know me can say, Papa, no. I don't know, Sebia. I need to choose my words right, but there. Because on the other hand, we say you don't support Ubia, you support Ubia. Apart from Dr. Bobia, we need to Jamo Akano. Ubia, every news, we say I need it, we support it. My friends, morning. Good
morning.
Bia hoye.
Nyame adom. Ekokrem.
Nyame ase. Bibia nsi dia me enko krata ne.
Nsam de bebre hona se bimpene se obi no ope obakwase awo ne momo pana gudie. Nti obakwase de fa chem nyano pe. Na awo no bi ampe. Na mom na gudie de obi ani je ho. Edime no enye mo wa se professor Boatin from Prah Boatin, Governor from Prah Boatin, yes sir. Because you have a friend. Said yes, you can food you are for neck and for a chacha. You have a friend, no brand new winter, no cancer, but when no man sign a committee, a course, someone, who kind and ra. Say Dr. Had Mahmoud Bawumia, we need 2024. Na ka appointment mu on ko be ya e che ko be no so yes appointment no because na che say dom do na no e wo party mu a sabi o enuso no de Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia hunu say wo mo pena asem do no na so race way am hunu say ampa say ko we need 2024 an appointment no ko be wrong appointment ka papa we krampo sabi coordinative be ba say o ministerial position biem e bi enfa ne san ko environment science and dey na na oda no e bre bi abesen kro no I think say papa na ngasa na say okay so no waka so nka MPP party no on the virtual MPP no and joining but party a friend MPP a ye register Korea from Pon ye secretary na be ye organizer and penfo ho do be da no one support sa party a friend MPP no but the virtual one of which ye ni be a virtual MPP no ewo say wo hin ye ni virtual MPP so me gidie pass ka ebe yama no ebe yama no akasa senka obeto na na areka sebe bible no say se obo ano ho ba oje won kwa de
me me ngonwa sama mfo nso nya daje friend 101 ni ade 101
me kasa obakwase awo no obi ampa
na we kan some nsem we come from GH1 through 22 kosi sense 22 YouTube nsem we kan nyina na say we too bitter and nsem no kan onye good for baby a wodru ne nimdie kura na nsem no kan very bad
senior me ka we twato na bana ba nimdie de me de bia me kan book mu nimdie sebi enka he eye biribi eboawo ama wo so di mu society nim ama wo susunu unya sa kind of respect no but respect is reciprocal and is a wo no nimdie sa wo okuta PhD wo ya professor ehwan no na sebi respect no we don't command or demand for respect. It is earned. Respect me and yenya free one wo nya wo de obuo dia ma no so this respect me be ma it is a penny say okuta professor say wo ya hwan na wo nka say mu kra na kwa na say afa na ofifu de sen akora say bi won ko school kra da ana akora afa na echen ABCD enka san nsem no a onu say asem wo nya asem a ye kan say bi ya obi
in short term na say odi ya dia bi wo de Dr. Bawumia because or can you to the extent say the man Dr. Bawumia afo say still ano nana do dem kwaku for the shit because here the oba no sa nana do mo an sa control o kase papa no a wa bruchire no o hye ho no kra beba na papa no nanam krum an gabi asem wo ka no wo nyina so I say wo ya die bi the fa Dr. Bawumia ho ne the period na manu bro fi say sa aban wo kan mu ne man appointment akanka no pre ni ade ana ye twe na bo so mu assist kasem bi ni corruption bi fa ne nsase na saba no a wo ka so mu ye fake no enu mu no nya sa position no ti obi a wo amu party no from 1992 bia no wan sem fata na no sa 1992 no ogina he sa professor
Frimpong
Boateng no ogina he a wo so obi a no party no wa mre 1992 no wan sem fata so be party no ono no ogina he fa Ghana ina fa hunde yi abai
57
1957
yeah
Ghana agenda would 1957 na professor from Boateng would na he nti ono so da no ono so onye obi a na o priso medi Ghana nim 1957 would na he Dr. Kwame Nkrumah mo pre found no obi and ono obeso obedi Ghana so my statement no mama for design you isi baby any proud drink ko kan ade no say the man we mo aman no
omo ye penifo omo ye penifo no omo mpe nsachiraye omo mpe se omo kru enyi omo mpe se omo ebushia ebenyi such people omo ho
basa ye nya na asem ne
ohuru se wo ye an alien o ye ho obi no abesoro ye nti ho wo de ye fa wo ntichiri kro ba mpenisi wo na ntichiri kro isi ompe nsachiraye me steady na ompe nsachiraye nti no wo ba da ben safo ni bia wo ba da ben na wo ba da ben ye mfa nye eyi o sebi nipa no nimdie bi o hwehunu bi o ne betumi abo ma na eh da ba ba ye
me fa say me start to aba ebia 2008 na masom party ni mo obi enu so ma masom na nyame yado na ba power na yama me dibrem na me kodi a wo say ya ti aba 1992 na me ni ho ba bia ti me grab position na I mean what is he trying to say I mean chale mu mi ntwa nsam so
abena mu bi na
yo me da se ma mindi kan chi ahwefo na no pe I think such remedy can say be Professor Frimpong enu masem na okoti so no or join the virtual New Patriotic Party over Ghana na ye kan party MPP party nya ba ko be we ye den MPP party ne bi ni baby abi ma betumi akojoin en obi anso ni hu obetumi akase what NPP amanyo ko ni bi obaby a se me de metina me social media na mate we ye me party am register o medim ebi nsida ji se MPP party yesi egu no ayasesa ne din enya de bi betumi yesi utie me ne interview ni de mintie ni nyina ba utie se ne wokasa ene the tone na wode e kana asem na utumu se papa no ase se ne abupra kan wodi yawdi bi eda so e wonemu but adan na me kan asem bi se ubedi ya wakopem da ben party aye wo mu hano so ni de woni ya sa yawdi ni obi mu anka eden na beka party ba wo do party ne party dan akoma so say 2024 mimpie nkoto aba se na be ya party ni be lusu anase mepia koto aba nso nya de meto aba me party no ne mo matwa ma party fofra mo wo mo wini eya yawudie na obi de be sa de yanka den bi and now when we talk of say or say from 1992 no all say oye peninsus fampara but it's not logical what you say yes party near the dominant chichiri Ghana so yati as say any 18 years obetumi ato aba ma party bia you choose to be a voting voter
constitution no ma ye no mo amende ye no unso be be say unso ma amende first na onya 40 years and be do company o ma tie ba 30
yes
in Ghana unya 30 years you are entitled to also to contest to become a president of the state it one ma ye wo ye agencies ya ba wiase no nyese meaning say uni 92 Dr. Kwame Nkrumah mo pre-independence you are nowhere to be found. And do it mean the brana.
And see your crampon and some fata say be join the party biao.
Oh come on.
Because now some work and no. One some fata.
I say who say people nyane dia. That's the truth. I know dia no people matching. I go say we be join the party ni bi na me ade wo so nya mu di bre. Na obi so be mu o ka say ono no say.
Akwe say mu tietie ska. Omo ko contest way back 2007 Legon. I was in Accra. Omo contest ni pass 17 no ka mu bi. Professor Football Boati when Cheska ma delegate. And you can say there will be churches coming to 2023 and the churches coming and Mamma for winning. Go back 2007. Legon, you paid to the delegate.
Political monetization saying, and
generally, yeah, we see a month for be a Chebina, your kidney skewing by the pebby. I don't know. And so 2007, oh, chairman delegate.
And so no, what I saw and say, NPP party, and I been monetization.
Because Yaudiana or Yaudia, one panel that about me so many.
And yes, I'm copying the Ben Abedis. I know. Your time, way I try your dear, your time. Yes, because
Japan or my party in 1992.
No one ever MP.
Better than a champion, 1992 party more ever. It's a Korea Japan. Fine, if a panel was Sunny idea, but a integral party will pray in that row. So sad statement in the dead on arrival. We shouldn't even entertain what you say.
I try and yeah, I would dear in general so would depart in as a Dr. Mahmoud Baumiana.
Yes, or
one penasem.
Or Philip Bitter B.
I'm not sure when in a swap be our daytime, Papa.
And I digitalization. I don't call him who say, and one they was when at the bar or the bar. They get was who could bump and forbid say, or when I say when at the bar. What did they get? I mean, can you just imagine? And a host of say, to be the idea of Yaba. Now, boy, man, yeah, my for credit to banana. Was he angry for me? You see, I mean,
the women of money, Debre. And then
surgeon,
who you operation. I'll be so again, or who you operation. Yambata train,
yes, and your question, the Yadi, a moi, a contest, and Yako. Yankas, in year 2015, MPP for NDC. Obi ya ton forms edema obi abrana wo mo na premise bi bekoso urefi omo ton obi ton forms edema obi anipa no ko contest yera mama election mu
na mama da ko no na me won number bibi buati
e ma ye yi free party ni what ye
ton forms ni man
ton forms Sincerely, Katia Becca Crocco, Gina Temka, won't the current of Gruma. Me number crowd.
You need penny free party just because I didn't know about a form snap money per chronos on back contest your mama. You need free party.
Okay, never make an even on because Baku's class here can say Sabina Green about the most.
Edward Boati.
Say, I'm contest. What
I say, you need free party. But in this case, no, Sanka party you be crank because a chinchinachi. You're a Mahmoud Bami for marketing for 8 solid years. In Satisada, Yamanunko on oppose. Now so you be at so Bianco fan and crata. I am ran ye dear Juma or party him. And so why you dinner wood dinner noon here? Yes, a cotton was some farmer delegates no. My woman to us here. Sabia say anything to meet me. I better soon on better Abamwa near to Abba Eddie.
I'm going to pass it on Casa. Won kasentia Dr. Baumia was yentia ya to abawi di antene nkada wo asem krebu o court ya de se corruption ya de ya last minute ya be ka be 3 weeks 1 month ya to be no asase grant radio interview and is mo kenya so tete against Dr. Baumia so well I tell you 11 days
a personal attack
I tell you this I dey abane betumi me
dey abane dey betu awi
na betumi seconds bi na me dey aka some way fellows kwacho fosu I think say oya ye yodom prayer ma start here from for crab jai oil kwa ebu honum. I'm not saying say me sell business but sania wo heli star oil no eye say no memu aba from man mu a ye na no ye de nyankropon say na ye dampen fon so ase but ade na nye sanete ana wo heli star oil even wo mo meka say manager no yewura tieku yes abekire mu say eduru hokrampo na dodo na akrampo no ebo mo so bo say adentina wo betete omo oye no so wabra the petroleum sector no obi ade no ye 10 11 12 no mo aba 9 but ohwe dia discounted ayi bi na no mo ye o because we share you know my attract
no can say truth be told enye we buy me start recently ya no mo ye omo chama de nyina Kumasi me top fu Europa baby abeduru e wosoro omo de normally omo ta drop omo pumps
sure
enye we na buy no start all your dear me testimony to omo ye
top fuel power customer
enti omo de be ko goy akọ ada eyinu omo de no omo de no e wo form enti omo de no wo 9 enya mi nwanwa enye we ya bentia
which means
omo titi omo de so that way back from 2014 now boko bi obi ade wo soro omo de wo form
which means ye de mara na ye adwuma ebi omo mu feel say ye discount ye de
fantastic
the discount is different from say there no we are national
and obi ande me no ka say obi de 11 still o
yes
ebi 11 ebi 10 ana omo de 9 enti e dwane ye de obeko dwuma ko tontos no abena no me ko market obeko no obi aboa no ntos no miensa 10 cedis obi nso aboa no be 9 10 cedis obi abia no be enum 10 cedis okwa you the offer say openu akokoto
yes
what say the same 10 cedis na nti fu no obi atsen des we bia openu akokoto de
nti discount match fellows kwacho for soon find propaganda say or say then star oil throws down the grand trend the competitors as a result of improved economic climate
other is
social na kwa ebi say goil or star na we am for hashtag am for ya say goil na say state in there
yes nti
goil na say star
yeah say determine the price of a petroleum product
it's say goil there is
goil 1196
nti adentin na Felix won fa no mo enya na politics
in this case adentin mo jai goil and total ne share for na normally no wo mo na de bia no mo de yes o ya bo no
because goil na ke be ka say eya ban dia
ogo sister star no penalty ni den so but you see ye maga na frontiers yourself abia ni wa baga na ha owotumi e petroleum price so because OMCC no na wo hwe na se bia ye pese eteso a bara ban ne kraba o krafu ene ba international market bo no se ekosoro a e be affect yen etiba form a e be affect yen ntenya ban ne be ka so mun ton petrol no this amount per liter mun ton this petrol per liter ono no ne de na gugu so na ye taxes na gugu so no waje ne taxes no gugu so no it also as the OMCC no mun na be price no se bia ye de aban ne de say 2 cedis a ye de ka de be 9 cedis no a na ye bia fa se be 11 cedis ne ye ton mama mu mfa hye mutim se NPP NDC aban no na aye biribia ama enne fuel bo aba from aban no enye on the price fuel say ye ton ye den 10 cedis a gold between 12 cedis e depend obi a open market obi atumi ton na de se no pe bia enye NDC aban bi na ye biribi na ama fuel bo aba from star oil almost so ye new discounted fuel prices effective 16 January enye aban bi na ye discount just any bono no
say friends ni nua ya ba be ye public relations officer dia ma your friends Netflix ana
multi
choice for wa be ya ma wo mo awie nto no so oba be fa we sini ni so no so aye dia ma
obi ye ne discount sales
o de be ya ma nzi sa wo ko mo WhatsApp platforms ni ade a eno a wo mo nsan trofon so ma ha wo mo no eno so no mo de ye propaganda but bibia eye nyina etimu bi na saade ne ntesa na wo se etesa ebere so an ye be hwade
me akwanim
ye be ko yenim de ko wan krata mo wo so no de ato aso ya the Ghanaian Times and ye de be frase you see the most authoritative newspaper and na Courts Control Commission for ni asrafo aposifo and akom ntom apoma no yakopim e wobudumburam se emebunu e ma ne meme nyina wo mudi enuruboni hudwa e wo ho na oba bi wo ho na ye se friend queen drag queen upe bi uchi na ne wenye bi ono nko de okoto na obenye bi ama ono na supply ohun oyoba pan so gina na nso e na ye se ya hwehwe no ya tracking sa no ho tropa finally eno ya kwakochire no ewubudumbro ma ye twa ne phone di abeto ha ene krata fa to so miensa wo Ghanaian Times di abaye se ye friend Rebecca efia na ada ko tei ne di ne tenten ye twa di ababeto ko krata ne wo hase na ebinum ekeka se fu ye friends cement price akosro Mrs Ofusu Ajare and wakasi trade minister or CEO Dabi manufacturers na ka chere se nukre bi eni sasem na cement price no na ejina ne jine no sookratafa to so edu emienu ewo ahanum sei na wo sha ha sei so aye sei 240 tons of fresh tomatoes and yes supply edi akwa market ahodro so ne tumi aboa ama shortage no so ye tumi akon edi eti obi akwa onye bi ato edia eno so ewo Ghanaian Times ko wakrat ninim ene anope AIB phone yesi womo edi hihie egu akwemu na chese Ghana aviation safety framework no motumi strengthen yi transport minister eni penifo bi eka ho ena womo phone edakrat afa to so miensa ewo the Ghanaian Times enim
the archives the bokrata no profiling the facts and pay one more at the era abet edubuahin kane no metro mass transit in penian wadano and about chairman symphony at the hakama pa na asem we ba yen me kan say July or so August nim and beto just say metro mass ahyen no ba ko ahasane dumiensa 313 you can say liwa car 10 ba ko bia no ye ma scrap dealers a 2500 Ghana cedis ana ni eton me kai pass me frɛ abetedu bu an ka tem se no kura bi anim na ayentwa to so bia abavofro we ba ye no wo mo from metro mass director new one so season no so they are propagating falsehood against them na nko ma ma so made dem o be court na o mesi abrantie we say what they employ that one so say you count 313 coaches of metro mass they are mass scrap dealers ba ko bia 2500
no chema abobo ya krampo no abobo ya tricycle no Prah no ono krampo na wo koton scraps a wo beton 250
ase krampo no
sometimes e was say ye dwen ye reason as people e was say ye reason say mato abobo ya sha no buo abobo ya mpo ene nam say na meto na bedru bebi na me sha me so ase nti no pesa me de scrap dealers a me se me koton 250 25 million no
car tintin
2500 cedis e ska
na this for ntimo dia ase mu pesa mu go bia hu from man Ghana mu ha obia
na so ade ya na ya ne se emebunu na e was ye tumi dwen kwa chire ye schools ahodo aban fa ho ka HA school fees ni ade for free no e was say ye tumi adwen na ye bisa critical questions no ye misa ye katu ye tirima say bam NDC for say MPP for ba yo mu ye say ntia noa na de ye tirim ye misa nyansa question
okay Abraham komeni na ebro no o hwesa metromas issue ya ti ya say omo ton wi no ma cheche kana mo say sebe aponchikoko nam ana chechenga we ba no abeje ndi we su ba no abeje ndi die ano pay the archives e no nsem dia ba star we penny powder wor man you rati eku e no osu mama say so we na pen wate ni fuel bo so nka Ghana for mo ya sapon pa ne sen ye ne pe e ne ate e bo so mo ya sapon pa ne sen ende oko ada ye ni kan say competitors na o so ye OMCs na wo mu su mama star we for mu gudo ba no kre e so mo so hwe no mutumi erechi enu amount bia price bia ye na no ye beti ase na mode ne ye 9 obi dia 11 obi dia 12 omani dia kra na 12 ni 13 na matim dia so 9 what do you mean na abanabo kanso queen a drag queen so and so nsema no pay e da hanum say ya the archives of bokrata no mu nsem e dia ba
the dispatch ko wakrata no enimuni yera John osei ena wo bi sase why pa na ye likely say NPP nyame adoma 31st January omo prime minister no bedi munkunim ene ye di aspirant nunu nyina dia be recognize Japan wa ha ene ye say hwan ni foni da former education minister say di chum Dr. Mahmoud Chasempe yufoni nyina foni e da ha ye se hwan ene bedi munkunim na wonim agro ne fem aka how many days 11 days agro ne fem ene be next 2 weeks by this time no be ehunu smoothness level be ma showdown nyina be kwakoda eno so e wo ha say
next week o Saturday ba
the flow na ye to aba no nti ade nsa ne de no be ehunu smoothness level ye mpedede bia wo krom ha ye to aba ne wi wa aba wi no koda din wan so bedi nkunim koda din mpedede e wo ha na wo hwe ha say ya yera IGP yera Christian Tete Yohonu ne mfoni ne da ha na o say any police officer you attempt to bribe will disgrace you apostle ya kasa kire mo abebuom ya kasa kire mo abebuom
na 250 Ghana
and not 250 Ghana
pa grant we ya
I say
o share on say section 107 asema be ka cho section 107
na de na sha
just say traffic offense no e bia wo nya emergency criminal penal drive wa cho
na traffic offense no ho no ogina oye court
say MTT di no ogina nto say section 107 be ne den
nti onu MTT di no oye court o was atu mi
no ura ka ni obezo wa chire sen
o fasha ho mami
na IGP be na o kana
yo nti era Christian tete yo no we de ye nto sabi asem na wo kana nya no kre peni to me ditro yantro into this patch anymuni na this patch the Ghana Black Stars for begwu na ebisa so Ghana ye betumi a perform better e World Cup ho na me kai ba ko na ye koye no Suarez ma yesuye ye so ma Suarez yesuye woni ye free mo no ade a e ma mani gi ye pa ye se mi so mi hu se Suarez nsusu
oh okay
na ye mani gi keke because untumi enye yade ya se na wo fe ni gi nkofie aha as this part wunsem ni
daily guide krate na bo so abedi ekide anope won so kasa na hit go first for omo e opresi abogoso mpotemu na na omo ye kire se go face kane no okwa na ere wasamans bia ye de omo ka legacy debt bi so mutua de ma wo omo atwe omo a egia mu de ma hit go face no se entua ma wo na so nyame adom yes, he'd go face pays legacy liabilities to former workers and also some our hand say can a Japan also so say odin kunim san say ohwe posters ahodo a wono depots de banwa just say Canadian hin Japan odin kunim ewo wono post wono tie wo so mayenim nyame adoma ya wada di enim on peace pact ye kwakọ sign na ye de ntiasia ye dwuma se to aba odin twa kofie koda odin kunim na waboshiri ana wabo pada me ye koyenim na ohwa export of gold some de feature mu say or maybe to say India and Dubai womo and accounted to 98% of your export into so percent unu be a gold but for tom gold edokwa ko Dubai and India obekona Ghana gold no ego and pay daily guide munsem
me the daily graphic na me be so or see truth and accuracy every day ko wakati ni Justice Alexander say tutu ni foni eneda ha na o say 90% of lands can't be registered. Ewa Ghana has 98% of lands cannot be registered. Adentia area no the owners involved no womo etwe ho manso ye etwe ho manso hwan ye kwa registered ni di atoso aha nti ye ntumi register daily graphic onso di emu nsamo di aba ye rofori atani case no ene ye ra atake ne di o eji se be yanka womo mo no afri ni pemu na wo mra ne ye ra yuko nso wo baake o si trial in absentia no eno so ye krata feto so nsia e wo daily graphic wo krata mu na ene advocacy foforo aba ebinum na wo mu eka se be yanka airport no ye name no after Kwame Nkrumah not Kotoka some of the rename ya we are working say bibia efrasi o we asha se bi nti na aso mo de aba betu dwan mo de mo nkosesa na ya bremo eno so e wa ha sei na ko wakrate enim so yesi immigration council no wo mo very new project e betumi e protect ye borders ahodo na mfoni da ye Ramuntaka Mubarak ono e wa ha sei ono ye interior minister sanso na Reverend Stephen Wangam mpenifo ahodo na ene wo mo eka ho a ye di aba betu enim ha sei e kiremu so chef Freddy egu akwemu ye borders ahodo no ye betumi edi abo ho ban krata feto sunsia e wo daily graphic
na revenue ngam de sia fashion otimi say amana appointment o ye friends prison for no na ye chairman of that prison service
okay ya te so appointment beba bye ti
ma anyin ba news me nya
fa wi o hin ba
na anti say amana ye din
no na ye Assembly of God penny pa na asanso ye bo chairman na NPP amanyoku no yame adoma ye kwakoto aba yame adoma Saturday we ni na wotwe de yenim na ye kiremu say presidential aspirant no they are ready to commit to unity yame adoma promise no NPP presidential aspirant to commit to unity ahead of promise and on some so eda hanum say na yesi hwehwemu aba betodwa say Canada hin Japan will lead a poll I know 52.59% adopekura fro penini ne no edi enkomo na Brian Echiampon abetifi Elon Musk was say say utuma obi a ontuma ka party manimbo mu a say watu upa egudantium watu upa egudantium say watu petetuo no che say watu abahunu ntimuntu aba ma obi a obetumi aka obi ade aboma also east yame ade me kwa kwato aba omo member of parliament with film Nassau with film ya yame ade on the 3rd of March ye kwa kwato aba 2028 vision ya company je Japan ewo edebebo my Ghana enkan kono wa launch o chinse wo be unveil no 2020 na oburu nsuo ntem na ne ekoko
mama na mase why mama na mase and pay mene honorable Andrew Ejapa Mesa lawyer na ebon como former member of parliament for the people of Secondary watena se me ba ibidi nkomo ha
Choboy. Me kasa no mu 1 minute e de yaseda. Me din Choboy. 31st January. MPP for ye kwa koto aba na ye flag bearer for Ghana. Mr. Mumutia sama ye kano 31st January MPP ye kwa koto aba na MPP ye flag bearer but flag bearer na ye babe ye no is for Ghana. Enunti enya obia se mi wo sika na maboa wo bi keke aya wan ye diniti ye nimu a obeti mi awin election 2028 aya no ana wose ye dwen ho aha ana nyansa ne nimdie wo abrabamu se wo hwe ase a na nya wie ya no especially in politics when you fail.
2026 is the D-Day for the new patriotic party to elect their flag bearer for 2028 January elections. Now, I want to be multimedia. The live coverage, of course, the sister regions. Na ya bahu da road ya mamo na ya he. Onipa bedi konimisi kon to be Konadu in Japan. Dr. Brane Champon, Dr. Alhaj Muhammad Baumia. Doctor said Duchumo Engineer Cabinet Japan. It's the live coverage. And the Bebraya Shafo, our Western Diamond Television, Northern Go TV, Billionaires TV, Movement Television, and the Good to Me TV. Yeah, the update, up to speed update at the Bebramo Saturday, exactly 7 a.m. Come, Mr. Yababo Abani Akin Kanye. Na abwafo mabwa the live coverage Ibramu yi ABA Herbal Clinic abusia yade bi aye krankro da so no ABA Herbal Clinic say obetu ase kra de ama kra eni hu problems na otu ase me mama ya mre emma mu konficha munya problems pe brain stroke nim liver and kidney challenges na ABA Herbal Clinic ewo Kumasi kwada so dwena ase owo domain nko Ebenezer Preparatory School so nkro bata ho for ABA Herbal Clinic 0541 565 199 0541 565 199 Eko baname de wo ma kanso e asem agan ya ze duro bia be fe na agan onamo e duro bia be fe na what is that duro ni ke fe se fe na agan omo se ememedru what did you agan
mun say that
okay
masa kan ya do da ko yede
ibu di onum yo omo se mama ma emre nya agan botuma pa yeba bani adom nsam dia ba na me no kasa dia honorable Japan Mesa Andrew Atnase where former MP Edemade Siamu Secondary na ona mu se mi Kumasi a se mi fa kojo krom bi o me fa ekwan ya beach road na matias mu akofa wona na matias mu afa GSTS wona na matias mu afa pa grant wona ma wuram sei ma fa Secondary wona se
why bibi o ha
o se me se kwa short way bi a menya no na matias mu afa Secondary it most of them tafa the principal suit of Secondary me do na ma park kakra na ma chokre mi tie nkomo amanfo di o grounds na ebi wo ho a me ka em say enya good for radio atem ne nyina ne ade a ekoso atem die ekoso ne ade amanfo nya happy ne ade ekoso ho no ne ade a but ase
me che wetefu na mama wana afisha pa
ya jesu pa
afi minya akunya o radio duma ending komo na Western Diamond TV ending komo simchi enwe na mo na
ya jesu pa afisa se na nkwane ahode ho
you know o yen afisisi na ina ya da wayet nkom I'm the CC at more temporary pension in
oh, are you not a citizen?
Miss me a temporary
Now not them Kokufuado 20th to say. You're citizens, not spectators. Indeed, we need to be citizens.
A pedal drum into.
I'm not drawing you to, but the fact is, we are citizens.
Much a pedal drum into it.
I'm not drawing you into it, but the fact is, if you second, yeah, a benefit bia. I'm going ya and shall benefit bia.
Mu focus on ye mboa able to ezaboa yen MPP presidential primary say call on the 31st of January. Mboa butumzaboa my His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia we win. Ono
any focus. Main focus.
Sekuna someday temporary pension.
Oh okay.
And bring do na or there. Yeah, reactivate in advocacy and I be or the Biana Ebumona Swati na share. But for now, Yama Empinukwan ma Mobutunwa and Naso ye on from Bois. Are the Biamaka, Nimpa Baku for the into me and a baby. Yen Akinsa Yeno Bia or Bepre Igua Okansampi. Somebody be on your event, I can't
a process.
I mean, it's not going to meet him. Then there may be and your preoccupy no easy. In fact, every day cry no new problems. Baba, Ojimanu Kisibon, that was it. Muntu solve secondary problems in now. But think about it. I'm going to we are seeing crano. Problems only now as of the area. And they took a decision there. Many people for Sombra. Now so no commitment. Hawaii 124-hour economy. What promise Formula 133. Or Baba for young men or Ghana Hina Amway Juma around the 3 shifts. State-owned companies na agencies now around the 3 shifts. It's only the area. Also this year obey. Last year or the whole year or the year preparatory document. This year also they implement. We to skibia so putubia or budget to fund the so-called 24-hour economy. But we are all hoping for the best. And the exchange rate, yes, we improve against major trading currencies. Inflation. Wabafom. We went into a serious economic crisis. Time be wabanum. Paying decisions be taken. Or the Bogana for na yen huban.
Atiesi hwana can we do presidential visit national issues bia.
The Bogana free now yen huban. Ome na yen hunta say that them decisions no or a how baba. But a how no soba ibotum ya sonano. Nimpaze say I'm on who bane bi ahwe no nkwa yen to be amfa nkwa no yemfa mba back. And see, at the time that His Excellency the President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo will take decisions in 2020, the Bosebia Odo be obobo no da bagana for Honubano. He knew that those debts would lead to economic difficulties. Yaboye na yehu banwi no aban took a certain decision. One young Crawford out. And global supply chain disruptions, inflation, at the time, he import container 20 footer, what do 2,500, or we could do 14, 20,000. I be importer now, net cost of transportation will increase by 4 times. About another at the same price. What about be bottle? No, we too much on the Ghanaians were not happy.
Yeah.
But in the midst of the crisis, no, government still had to take decisions to renegotiate and be. Some people suffered in the process. Pensioners were called demonstration. Now they one investment are banned. Or haircut be or reprofile was all going to be affected. External debts. You're negotiating in gold purchase program. You introduce it to build our reserves in gold. All those difficult decisions are gonna for His Excellency the Nadu Kwaku share and bo the economy the bobo do be able to ya chiche no ababak no. No way before no to about in 2024 based on promises abadai ayenyanum NDC for ome. Some of them are yielding fruits now. It's good. When Sabiwa Yekoguma will be the MPP NDC. But the truth of the matter is that it is because of those difficult decisions for which Ghanaians punished the MPP, amongst others.
Do you say a punishment?
Of course, it was.
It's an election there.
In all circumstances, nobody determine how you vote. And CD was not stable. Business people couldn't plan. Nkrofo had suffered significant losses with their investments. Fuel prices were
of course not deliberate by the government.
Of course.
And so how are you blaming the government?
You see, if you're unable to carry people along sufficiently enough, you suffer election. And see, and the Yajatum, the voice of the people that spoke. Yabokoda Yachim, and we are hopeful that in the fullness of time, no currently now bedizzy. Maybe they're contrary to the so-called talk that Akufo-Addo mismanage in economy. Those talk on your
okay,
but they were some of the decisions were necessary to protect all of us. On the COVID Ghana continue affecting. We had our own problems before COVID. Problems in the year Burkina Faso no when you be, Ivory Coast when you be, Nigeria when you be. It's if you have a major global crisis or affect to be what personal circumstances will determine the level of impact that will have on you relative to others. But you hear the NDC people say COVID how is it that you people are using COVID as but the truth of the matter is that you had the energy sector that you had borrowed so much money to deal with. You had the banking sector that was on near collapse that you needed to resuscitate with significant debt. And so when COVID came, Burkina Faso didn't have those problems. Nigeria didn't. Ivory Coast didn't. Impact on your economy will be worse than your contemporaries who didn't have those same problems. But hey, okay.
Honorable Mamisha, 1 year on John Dramani Mahama administration. Now what position? Campaign promises surrender and no about power 1 year, 7 year, 1 year. In a whole, no, by and large, the performances of the president so far.
Well, any of their major policies are we rolling out. One campaign promises are we here to Ghana for we rolling out. Economy, like I said, has been stabilized, and it didn't start under Mr. Mahama.
Okay.
Actually, all the data that World Bank, IMF were published, the economy started seeing a turnaround in 2024 after all the negotiations need now.
Okay.
Some of them required internal state approvals. And see, they were not fully concluded or signed off and transitioned into the new government. IMF programmer year ran CCR post COVID-19 program of economic development year running PCPEG growth, economic growth year running. There was an MPP program that was submitted to the IMF for support on expired, and all the quantitative and qualitative indicators were pre-agreed that is being followed. And to that extent, why are they the way follow IMF program economy will improve to the level that it is today. However, Debiayeka won't say the truth of the matter is that they are indirectly breaching some of the IMF conditions that would have consequences if we are not able to manage it.
Breaching?
Yes. In that dollar will pump into the economy on a month by month basis. It's inconsistent with the program. In fact, when we started, the government could only inject 60 million per month or per year into the economy. In 1 year, NDC will inject 10 billion US dollars. Our impact on government revenue. Osande, 2025 budget, they pegged their revenue, the exchange rate at 15 cedis to $1. I don't know what they want projections in our revenue projections are parliament approving. Dollar, they forced it down to about 10-12.
Yeah.
That left a 3 cedi gap on their own budget projection to $1.
I see.
Has impact in the Eshe 2026 budget or presenting the outturn of 2025 budget performance was 59% when to perform even 60% of their budget. It creates a problem because the economy won't grow as much. In fact, every data now it tells you that quarter on quarter 2024 the economy of Ghana grew average 7%. Under 2025 new government is growing at 5%. 2, exports have become expensive. Cocoa board is suffering. What on gold now? When your dollar, what about chance?
Gold board or cocoa board?
Cocoa board.
Gold.
Cocoa board. What cocoa? Now an exporter. Revenue when you know or your dollar. If they exchange it into CD, they are getting a gap of 5 cedis to $1.
Do you want to check cocoa?
How are you going to be able to pay? How? It's yeah, Amambu on your cocoa story. It's a real work. And see, you need to balance all of it to be able to then grow at the same time. But for the first year, like I said, the rebound is continuing.
Okay.
Give credit to them. No issues. No issues at all.
Inflation dropping.
No problem with inflation, but of course.
Yeah, city gaining power.
The global supply chain disruptions of 2021, 2022 are only due to a 54% inflation in Ghana. In 2024, inflation dropped by 30 percentage points from 54 to 23.8 when we're leaving office. 30%. So it started when we were in government because the dynamics was changing. In the freight cost from 14,000 to 5,000 thereabout. 40 puta container. And see, there is no basis for any importer to recover the cost of 14,000 when his cost is 5,000. Prices naturally will reduce. Now we are free. In the heat of the post-Russia invasion of Ukraine, almighty America ran a Russian toilet roll.
Even oil.
Oh, brother. There were shortages on the market. When we were in government, I was at the Ministry of Energy. Petrol, crude oil, was $90 to a barrel. Today it's 53. It's dropped by $40 to a barrel. Into petrol prices of before.
It's not the doing of the president.
No, why then? I know Mr. Mahama I don't know determine OPEC prices, Brent crude price.
But I take a credit. I take a credit.
Mr. Mahama only know determine Brent price or global markets.
No.
So what has he done? But I now bridle. And see, they will tell Ghanaians, I'm a petrol price before. Meanwhile, actual act on the part of government is zero. Key components or determine petrol price is the crude price and exchange rate. That constitutes about 70%. Margins that's what constitutes the price.
I see.
And if your exchange rate has dropped from 14 to 11, 3 cities. Now crude will drop from 90 to 53. $40 which one will impact your price the most? Obi so aseme ya na akara mo nso adamo nkwe. Ye di nkomo na baby so aseme ncho de ya no. But we all benefit from the global circumstances or prevail at the time. I mean today. But they can clap for themselves. We are all praying. The Greenland will not become an issue. Change Greenland. Only day. President Trump is orgy Obinukro or Kafa by force. Today, NATO countries have sent troops there to prevent any imminent or potential American attack. If it leads to war, they don't de-escalate. Yeah, but I'm only saying these things so that increasingly, I mean, maybe I'm a young politics. If you begin the real picture, you paint a magana for. When mismanage the economy, when you get the power, now even 1/50th of the problem Akufo-Addo encounter external or to Ghana, you can't manage it. And I'm short memory association of Ghana. I mean, because I remember when he was president in 2012-2015, there was a slowdown in the economy. What China was the reason that he gave why he went to IMF. Slow down in economic activity with China, not global. Yet, if Akufo-Addo goes to IMF again because of the effects of a global pandemic, you say he is mismanaging the economy. Now, a perfect manager. Look, the global dynamics ain't that it should remain constant, but it never does remain constant. Never. How you are able to build buffers to withstand those shocks when they come is the real test.
So in all no 1 year so far,
I'm about 45%.
45%.
Yes, Formula 1 in every billboard be NDC where Ghana across the country. Every poster NDC for postee had the 24-hour logo on it. True or false?
True.
So it was a major campaign promise. When Akufo-Addo was coming into government, one of his major campaign promises was free SHS. He implemented it in 7 months. True or false?
True.
24-hour economy was their flagship. What has happened to it?
So started this year ending,
yeah, 12 months. Started 2026 ending.
Yeah.
Chairman, Abu. Anyway, let me not prejudge them.
I started
by the grace of God, I've visited at least 46 countries around the world. At least. Nowhere does the so-called Formula 133 work the way NDC presented it to the Ghanaian youth.
Are you sure?
Listen, nowhere in this world. Nowhere. Will you see banks open 24 hours, man, of run a 3 shift? Nowhere. Nowhere will you see ministries, departments, agencies of government operating 24 hours like Mr. Mahama promised the people of Ghana. Nowhere in this world.
Say, what's
your novel? Ghana for penny ever start.
Okay.
It's the one. Now you run an economy, 40% of all your total taxes. Into boy did you Ghana na 40% editorial public sector wages. It is about a 3 shifter. What it means technically is that you're going to recruit ×2 of public sector workers. That takes your wage bill to 120% of your taxes. How are you going to pay? It's a complete 419. what they are Ghana for. But in the fullness of time, we'll see.
Okay.
What works, which already exists in our country, it's productive sector, our demand. They run 24 hours. I want to. They don't close. Flour mills, they don't close. We run the 3 shifts from 1910 since Addis Ababa College was open. School. Since 1910, and that's what prevails around the world. But Mr. Muhammad's market cycle, in the State of the Nation address, first one on Meki, February 2025. Also, he can't wait to see the day under the 24-hour economy that our markets will be bustling around the clock. Market cycle, shared owners, no, I wait to your corner. What about 6 and 8 to 5? Now, I put one pack on the main there for all sorts of move. What do you now another market 2 months for second shift. We run from 5 o'clock to in fact 10. No, so I park in the main now. Do and another market 2 months. Waba run another shift from midnight to 8 a.m. The new person. So, but how is it going to work? I'm asking you. And I shop on the Nobobe shop no. No what? No 24 hours. How is it going to work?
So it's not possible.
Maybe so. How is it going to work? How?
Okay.
Now what is what some yana? Abu.
And you come on, is it possible?
Is it going to work?
I just have a friend, Mr. Muhammad, now penny net 24-hour economy now.
What's about your time of use tariff? Okay.
Yeah, and the specific license, some of the kind.
Why is it? Do they even understand the tariff structure at the time that they were making it? Electricity, there were 2 regimes, peak and off-peak.
Okay.
Off-peak, near from Anapa, 7 o'clock. When the beer Juma, I won't fear gadgets in our way to probably 5, 6, 7. From 7 to 11, 12 is peak because we are TV.
We are so free.
Everybody has turned on the air conditioning. Fridge don't watch what doing. That's when consumption goes up. Into peak tariff no is higher than off peak in the PURC tariff regime. No.
Okay.
But listen to the kinds of things that they told Ghanaians. You see, yeah, time of use. Who don't hear about 24 hours ma. Yeah, the craze na lights. Yeah, the case farms. Man, do anything. How is it going to happen?
To me, it is very impossible.
Yeah, kaka. What's the hey? Doomsday prophecy. It's a yeah, an internal reorganization. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, you're actually 24-hour economy because most me interested in Formula 1 trade.
Yeah, for where we are, I am called elections. So, Nyami Adma Mendebe Dina Wache. Me issue has to do with banks. Monthly deposit to hold according to banking sector development. On report from the about the 2024 October, Nipa one deposit on Sika the banks age now 38.7%. I dropped it last year at about 8.7%. Mebusa Manfubri then I articulated this downfall.
No, the Moon report. Okay. See, I can't speak to it in a comprehensive and informed manner.
Okay.
Because mankani, so I don't know.
Good.
But it seems to me that the whole economy,
people are not willing to deposit their money at various banks.
But in 2024 it was different.
Yeah. 38.7%.
yeah, share. Maybe it's just the volume way increase. And see, percentage wise, no, you would see that kind of.
Anyway, if you're not there for that, yes, for sure.
I don't want to hazard any conjecture.
So I think on a year, what are expectations from the government now? When elections,
oh, we will exit from the IMF program. It was programmed to end in May, but while seek extension for 3 months. Until end in April. In fact, President Mahama end of year statement we will make it.
I say IMF remember end in May.
And about why end is for we seek extension to end of July.
Okay.
Until they will exit from the program by that time. President Nankasa Nenuma Sam the real test of the government, the performance will be after the IMF program.
Sana waka.
No, okay, say New Year answer.
Company na mu minyini ni sa o. Minyini ni sa o kasa wo because no was indecisive.
Demonstrate to me the short memory association chief executive and count. We has been president before, we know him.
For sure.
And see, I mean, like I said, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Internally, can it mean generate sika?
Okay, generating no him.
And the a free IMF room in a rare governance now. A total force.
In the yen
was revenue senior the generator the year
yeah,
and spend them grassroots and spend it.
Yen share. Because the president or opposite 1 CD or 1% levy
or the to a liter of fuel
on electronic transactions. 1%. Now, or abolish 1% tax. Now, or introduce an effective tax of 8% on every liter of fuel. And see, therein lies the cunning nature of Union NDC4.
Okay.
But like I said, Ghana for President Mahama Nano catch and your short memory. I'm a Muslim.
Okay. But I say,
do now only free. Now membu between 2012 and 2016. Monday, because of the work that MPP did, all bear fruits. Also, only
the Savior,
Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Our babiem. See, and this for Ekebibia Abam Papa. We are here.
Let us say, Honorable Japa Mesa, a former member of parliament, man from second year pay, and Yanini Dinkomo, it was Western in the morning. We were more national issues, no here. About by a fini Juma, the amount of 45% out of 100. The main 24-hour economy is yet to be introduced. Now, the Jumedia obedient. Well, honorable Mamisha elections. Before we do, I can't 11 days now. Yet to about, but Matisse, Dr. Bennett Champion, I make your assessment clear. So from 2021 up to 2024, 62 members of Parliament or Ghana, Omobia 20,000 Ghana cedis on one go to Misika and on the term. Everyone who said MP our of one share be. Wabetchura senya one dey on count 20,000 Ghana cedis were excluded. Brand and Chianibi. Honorable Musa 20,000 Ghana cedis of brand Uji Biana Anje.
Another Obopoe yen 8 Parliament platform though.
Okay.
Na pedamo read asema motro on it. Na mbezechira one.
Okay. 62 members of parliament, 20,000 Ghana cedis. Busumi Bia from 2021 up to 2024. 62 MPs. Nti ya chamu mo kwaje Brian Sikano. No mo yimu am ya he. Nti wanabo nti before say na obe yaban eje ana anje.
Oh manje we.
Okay.
Must say I have never been a beneficiary,
okay,
of any so-called 20,000 CD per month from Honorable Brian Echampon. Never have.
Not in any way.
Never. No one cedi po. In fact, take far away to a mumpo. Minjibi infino. 1 cedi. In the M platform, no do. There was agitation that those people who benefited from him should own up. Because so far, no be apart from Nimpokre, Honorable Secretary, and also GB.
Secretary. Bono. Yeah. Okay.
Techiman.
Okay.
North or South. One of them.
Okay.
Never. 82 or say 88 or say ahin MPs were rebelling against the Akufo-Addo administration. I wasn't part of them. Come.
Oh, okay. But that's
now, Abu, Missy Machero, by the grace of God, Missy Machero.
The 20,000 yeah, anyway.
Oh, Missy Machero. Yakuponado Minsi.
Okay.
2016, yeah, general election. I made if you European time, Miss Fufuro. Na Munko Parliament because I'm in Pemoasam. Though yet to Aboman okay MP, we can see a Nema many fearful for European time. 9 months I finished. I wasn't member of Parliament. Bufiano January 2016, September na muwie na metim. See, by the grace of God.
Okay. Marty.
Mr. Marcher. More law firm me employ 8 lawyers. We do every month. The whole year, Mifi Parliament, Mok office once, twice a week. Busumbi also, Yaminadum, Mejakutia. And Mr. Marcher.
Marty, 11 days. Marty,
in Zambia, you be honest.
20,000 Ghana. That's right. That's and one near percent in Sukunu for so better Sibia. A J,
Never.
Okay. Well, 11 days near to about any plan nomination. Hannah and Tomano.
His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud.
Why? Every 2024, why should we elect him again?
President Mahama, 1 way 2016.
Away.
2021 we are.
Away.
2024 we win.
Win.
So what is the meaning of
so
that?
Why Dr. Baumia?
Oh, now amongst all of them, he stands out tall.
In terms of what?
In terms of everything.
Everything
in terms
like
of experience. Yeah, any that. Mure yama. Tape bia obo social media. One of respected members of our party are or aspire for one of the positions. No supporters was waiting. No. But yesterday he demonstrated his true callous. Called Dr. Baumia a liar.
A man for no chicha so.
A man for no chicha so.
Now some no can we trafa now some you can keep close to the airport. No. I can't to absorb it.
This is live on connected TV and that.
Yeah, he said it.
What does it mean? That Waka Kade candidate to Dubois didn't contest in 1996. The statement also on feed Dr. Baumia Numbe or BBR. Chama want to me no any presentation. No can introduce the 1996 Yarenti na mantle no auto yen former running mate ni nana Senewafa
Nado.
His Excellency President Kufuor. Then yesterday, Honorable Kennedy Japan makes that audio attacking Dr. Baumia, calling him names.
Body language.
The body language. Dr. Baumia has never exhibited those traits before. His comportment, his humility, no experience, no knowledge. The fact that he's incorruptible, the fact that we've marketed him. Maybe when I meet my delegates, I tell them. Thankfully, apart from highlights are Justin Kodia, the General Secretary, Arche Magana Fuina Yatsi on the outcome of Professor Michael Kwe report. Parliament, and I can say a commission research. MPs, we paid for it to ascertain why we lost the election. MPs, we paid. Contributed 20,000 Ghana cedis each. I paid. Apart from that, University of Ghana Political Science Department, why a research? Why MPP lost the election? Konrad Adenauer Foundation is a German conservative party foundation. Why a research? Research now point to the key reasons why we lost the election. Accusations of state capture, including the attempted purchase of SNIT hotels by Dr. Brian Achampon. Ghanaians were angry. Domestic debt exchange program. Ghanaians were angry. Economic difficulties are encounter. Ghana for one way fool. We meet people. They say, look, you guys, we had so much faith in you. You disappointed us. It's shame that no. It cannot be that Omanpenyin Kruna and Nankasa Nkofu Wonska was on the verge of being lost when 8 banks were on the verge of collapse. Obo Bosa, to save those depositors, 4.3 million depositors, will be the same president over 10 around. Now work there by force one haircut. It was the circumstances of the time. IMF program na yekwa no. It required that or be offering comparability of treatment. If you want some reduction in the debt component external, you have to apply the same principle in country. So you really didn't have a choice, because a profile with debt to give you room to operate. We were going to face greater challenges as an economy. Those factors were what accounted for our loss. In fact, in 2023, presidential primaries, Dr. Honorable Ken Japon catch and we lost the election in 1992. 1992, Dr. Mamion Flabera. So those were the issues. It had nothing to do with religion. Mamu Consuels is secretary me a Christoni. Dr. Baumia had more votes than me in second D. It had nothing to do with Mampusi Kusasi problem. Because second D MPP we lost. Second Kusasi the Mampusi problem it had nothing to do with his tribe. After all, 2 Northerners were contesting. President Mahama is a Northerner. Dr. Bamia is a Northerner. Into those attributions now were thrown out. The Yanuko election as running mate 8 years, as VIP 8 years, Sly performed abysmally, as opposed to Nana Akufo-Addo, who won 40%. Then I asked the question: President Kufuor, Ghana's economy had blossomed to the point now banks were chasing Kofu no one bejiska ofanke ejuma. Okay. But MPP lost. Why? The economy of Ghana had grown. Businesses were thriving. Kufuor had implemented several social intervention policies. We lost because there was a general cry. They 8 years aban for froba. On the contrary, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia time, 2 million Ghanaians decided just not to vote. It's not as if they went to vote for the opposition. And for the myriad of reasons that we have outlined. How do you blame Bawumia for that? How? It's no competencies, no qualities, no values, and no war in 2023. The supporting the outcome of 2024 election vis-a-vis the research or demonstrate there he as an individual was not the reason why we lost. I don't see why we have to change him. In any event, the history tells us the consistency pace. 1992, yani Professor Dubois in the Kwe. 96 years son, we lost, and the party lent BB film into 2020. Repeat President Kufuor against a new candidate from the NDC, Professor Mills. We won.
2000, so now
2000, we won. 2004, NDC for one candidate. They maintained Professor Mills because they knew that was a son when you import for bar. One chances be slimmer. President Kufuor, President Mills lost. 2008, in spite of his 2 losses, they repeated him. Wakache and there, so Professor Mills was the wheelchair mupo na na baba. You remember?
Yeah.
My brothers Biogabra.
Dr.
Professor Mills oyer mo oko treatment was South Africa. Obey Abakache Rollins, former president. The Professor Mills this situation in Obeya nkonye nkasa non step down. That became the political suicide of Dr. Biogabra. NDC maintained him. He won power for them. 2012, sympathy. NDC was on the verge of losing. Then in July, President Mills we
24th July.
Yes. Now President Mahama, Vice President, Obebe take over. People felt that okay, when we were 8 years and say more on no on the ground, we know what happened in the election. So we ended up at the Supreme Court. Dr. Bawumia stood up for the party. 2016, sitting president, he lost. Young party retained His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo when he lost in 2008. Maintained him in 2012 when he lost. 2016, nobody win a power man. And this is the full president, sitting president to lose 2016. People thought he was done. 2020, they brought him back. Olusi. 2024, or in a bende, what's he hailing as Angel Gabriel? So I see the data. Why do we have to change Bawumia? Why? In fact, Odietum Yamman massive votes. So yen rebuilding of yen party post 31st January why easier.
Okay.
So much delegates. What's the aim the Dr. Bawumia nechi the nature was in there appointment in the area. Now boy Nyankopon Adom MPP party be Bamako Meko di Abra candidate of all the 5 no be a president that watch a post na me pe be Kenya. Maybe so. Maybe. So it's not a question of post. Osende so ye Dr. Breno ono emi yanko papa. So ye Kennedy Apono. So ye Kwamne Japono. So ye Duchumo. Watch a post be from minister, deputy minister, board chairman, ambassadors, chief executives. Ebe 7,000. Yakopo na adumunzi menyebi. So it's not about me or any of the people who are supporting Bawumia. That of 88 members of parliament are what's in the parliament, 64 have openly declared their support for Dr. Bawumia. Why? When you candidates in the parliament, when you want your Juma on a day-by-day basis, why are they supporting Dr. Bawumia? Because they know his qualities. And now, for some reason, you lose the election.
118.
Oh, you and the my friend. Now why that we am one say there? I declaration. You do 142.
142.
Man, I'm catch off.
Former peace.
Man, I'm catch off 188. 142. Support Dr. Bawumia. Why? On your old boyism. Sometimes when you put a man at disco. On your old boyism. Not at all. Look at his response to the election's defeat. Maturity. You have the data. Yen elections, post-elections management system are here as a party. By 7 o'clock, we knew the results. We knew it. Nzomagan and Ben. We knew both the presidential and parliamentary. By election, no, Mami Fear area, European town. Mulusu to police station, I knew that the election was over. Say, Mofa Patapa. No. So it's an election. Yeah. Yeah, pre-tum at Abosum. Yeah, pre-tum just for the sake of it. We want power so we can serve to impact our country in a positive way. And your world war. And see, Dr. Bawumia did the statesmanly thing in consultation with the leadership of the party.
Yeah, I think that I'm general secretary.
Can you imagine?
Specifically on I can't want to meet TV say I can't question so
it's unbelievable. That's what leaders do.
Dr. Bawumia single-handedly.
That's what leaders do. They strive for peace. So the peace is more important. So any power you are. Yes, you want to create opportunities. It's not your former party for. That's all bad. Whilst he is building Ghana with transformative ideas, party for mistakes in the past no only repeat. But make sure the appointments are oba we distributing evenly. Every constituency be winning at least 10. I'm happy because Obandama.
Is it possible?
Of course. President or appointment 7,000 at least. And this for 1 year you won't change. Still I will go to leche. Se when you 10 appointments are bed dinner or more than no form. Opportunities and be minister. Be a deputy minister mutumi providing mankwafo in terms of jobs na no one keka ho. The other 9 can also help because when agencies in the opportunities babo na menyimpa kro ha fa na shamo me. That's how we do it. Database also be built so that the tumi hu party for na how na ya targeted solutions bobwa. You see MPP for yes, Rawano and Brasima. Mama yankonke ye mistake. Osende say yan for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mba 2028. Yan prepared there ye bet no opposition 12 years. Osende NDC for candidates be awon be bia no. Na so be pedo be the 8 years. By the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kwa, it enhances our chances significantly. Atrubia watcher to do the away. There are no cobwebs in his closet. Ghana funyimin. What you know what dance? Mala so far la from. Mishia also when you did that. Hey, one cup for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia bro. I the man wanna. It's obvious that the people of Ghana are crying for him. No, there are cases no opponent of Pedro choose goalkeeper. In the Kevin Taylor, no campaign mark MPP candidate. Why? Kevin Taylor. No platform no other publish candidates one campaign. Meanwhile, only 3 years ago, no need them individual work. What trade the insults back and forth. 101.3.
And NDC for support to Canada Japobia.
And that research me what about Bontina was say Canada Japan will lead by 52%.
Yeah.
Ashanti Minister comment hallelujah.
Dr. Mokohene.
Oh, ewunia.
Me who post ya na interview bia but me who response na
hallelujah na ehuni. Social media here that do 24 hours direct. So I should tell you.
You support Ken.
All of them support any other person but Dr. Baumia.
Today, Professor from Prah what there no. I'm not telling YouTube video.
You see, they are senior members of our party. You know? See, position there. Let's agree to disagree. And yet, there you betrayed Arobashishe or your debate. We should focus on the issues. You shall be on the strengths and the weaknesses. Then comprehensive assessment. Then decide. But to suggest, and there His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, and one on one year Juma closely. A bit more support Ken. A bit more support Brian.
Yeah.
A bit more support Dr. Baumia. So how then do you say there? Nana Akufo-Addo said Dr. Baumia ba honorable control Dr. Baumia. How do you even make that conclusion?
Yeah, say more.
What is the basis? Able to make that draw them conclusion no. And see, it leaves people to then believe they be or your bitterness be into normal. Yenim painful what them know. Wojina bontin na walk can some walk can. But I think that Dr. Baumia's response no is the best. You just shoulder some of these criticisms no. Usande say a paina you should have a big heart to accommodate all sorts of shades and opinions. About some no one come for President Kufuor. About some no one come for another rank or Kufuor. And see, said Dr. Baumia, what can some be them or different one? Even President Mills, we were told that obey poodle Gabi Ochidako, not describing in those words, okay, to President Jerry Rollins. But obey Bedo Mampeino, Susuno of the office, occasionally, he took his own decisions to the point there. President Mills, Rollins Crano was at loggerheads with him at the time of his death. And see, I'm Dr. Baumia, by the grace of God, closely. I've sat at cabinet table with him. I've sat in EMT meetings with him. I know the power of his thought process. Very strong character. Yeah, now soft people run away. He's extremely firm. He likes a good debate. He processes things on his feet. Let me say. I ask you a simple question. Why is it that 142 leaders of our party for our confidence but for some reason varied? You lose the general election. 142 support one man. Members of parliament sitting 64 open. Why? On your Dajuna. It's because of the qualities of the man, which has been demonstrated. Oh yes, strong under pressure. Watch the cross-examination of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia by Chachuchikata. That's when you see under pressure, the whole nation, in fact the whole world was watching. You see the dexterity of the man, the depth of knowledge, of experience. And see, it goes without saying that NDC won him. Your opponent on him, the strength of all your candidates. Program was serving US military without authorization from president, contrary to law. For the Bayern, at the appropriate time.
Mate. Lawyer, yeah,
it's the other whole clear. One man, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, minimum 85%. Secondly, by the grace of God, will deliver.
85% nationwide.
Mercy, secondly, by the grace of God.
Now, say, Abanu cry a payo.
One and also pay.
Hey,
the man be open more. The man be.
I'm so pay.
Yeah. Sir John the Castle,
fear delegates, yeah.
I don't.
You don't fear delegates?
No. I trust them. Because I know that they understand the issues.
I see.
And they will make a good decision. Yeah. Post primaries, as MOC, they know adverts are what political opponents were against your candidate in the run up to the election. Delegates, Ibian Huni. Onyeda Obi and all formulators, some of that will be another. Na yet Ghana Chroma ha na Yamina Dum your TV we saw the kinds of things that were used.
Okay, Yamina Dum Ayawada Okosan Peace Part. All the aspirants invite some former presidents and some prominent people bia Omukoshia Alisa Hotel. I mean these 5 aspirants to Koshia if they then cause woman jintum there. They will be losing elections, be not accepting defeat, they will be winning. The losers will support the winner. It makes sure party the ultimate.
Menye national executive, menye member of national council, menye parliamentary elections committee member.
Okay.
But I don't believe in these things.
But
maybe there something into peace packs or your internal contest. Oh, every candidate be our agents at every polling station. Elections no overrun by electoral commission. Electoral commission or overrun. Ballot papers will print any da. Ose ende ose any answer. Candidates in our reps will. Serial numbering is transparently open to everybody. Ballot papers will call every constituency, every region, every polling center is known. Numbers no or you're certain. Wages will ho. So what to abani we are working will ho. Wages will for figure in or the collation center. I compute. Every highway, a win. Peace packs no on your body.
Before that, after elections.
After elections, case in area, then about one.
Oh, for peace to prevail in the party.
Let me be so there. Mr. Mankano, I'm not faulting the people who have taken the decision.
Where your election committee?
Many problem. No fault one, but I don't believe in it.
Okay.
Or Sunday, as a Democrat. I'm here to have general elections. Movie and the funnel. I'm going for a mood bar.
Hey,
Mom couldn't be a one. People were shocked.
To be 101.3.
It was an election. On your do or die. On your World War III. Yatu Abba. My command some. Secretary no. Ya page a blay, mo abosodo. Inti kat nefie. Madam when I say. When I finished, I went to church the next day to thank God. For the honor, I went round to church, thank the people of Sekendi. For the honor that they done to myself and my family, making me MP for 8 years. What I wanna say? This time around the crowd, mutu minimum ba. Because I was school and a pa. Ma befie, mebo gwar. My exercises kakra, my pay breakfast kakra, my office, my kind of number 1 hour, 2 hours, my call you jumana, not my basin, my call golf kakra, my coffee.
A living life luxury.
Oh, baby, I'm luxury, but I'm taking it easy.
Oh, okay.
Taking it easy. Party here, I'm making communication. I'm sorry, Marco, Marca. Here, my baby, my budget more. On your World War, and see, I can sign the peace party at I then. What my catch obi so asem na ehia no wo su de amama bi
na nya me no di komo bia
na peace pact
my catch out there after elections bia
you glorifying them be on some of the people
Honorable.
take a certain entrenched position on board party ya kwa abatu na loser what expect peace if you want for what what peace we need you should be gracious and accept that the delegates have spoken.
Yeah.
We choose nipa kwan. Say the party na. And you be no baba catch out there. Kona na yanko support a candidate na we win no. Why do we have to force you to go and sign a peace pact? I don't believe in it.
Okay.
And I've never believed in it onyende. Because think about it. Think about it.
Yeah.
That election.
A loser.
The outcomes there. One person will win, the four will lose. That person who will win by the grace of God is His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. What sign is if we heaven?
But me da say
it's a peace pact to glorify who?
Yeah, okay, now me can way back 2007. Nipa 17 go ekwechina we legon bia answer peace pact.
Was any peace pact?
Nipa 17
was any peace pact?
But anyway,
you see the wisdom in the National Council decision and we air constitutional frameworks ne wa.
To me 101.3.
Oh yeah.
Maybe so you know why your bottom up there's nothing like that. Mama nche wasi. Yen party structure or start from polling station, coordinators, constituency, national, region and national. That's the party's structure. We were fixed term of 4 years. Young presidential and parliamentary elections is not part of the party structure. Onunsi, there was flexibility in our constitution as to when to hold those elections. Constitution no say if you are in government, hold your presidential primaries at least 1 year, at least 1 year before the general election. What it means is that every year the previous election 8 December yet to happen we na able to hold presidential primaries.
Oh, okay.
Not say we oppositioner do it at least 2 years. In both situations, no, you can hold the presidential primaries the day after the last election.
Oh, okay.
Because when you fix them. But listen to the kinds of things that people said. That why in the top down, what they have favored when they forget that in 1996, Yako primaries no delegates what to about in what you call it 1992. I want to what about 1996. So what's the issue?
Okay. Nti yebe he. Nyame yadom ya wada wombekwa akohia na omodi nkomo na afei woma hede bekwa akowiem aba minim wo de be betwa to bia man on the issue of elections na say waka wonsem nyina awie ana ofufu bia pese kada na
DMB no change. Delegates are western region now across the country and the pay would say menzi na no Srawan bia anfa 20, 30, 40, 50 Ghana cedi bia mbadada obia obia nyi obotum aduno kutukumska oda me bia loan me da chichiri Ghana obia nyi wa obotum aduno bokutukumska ode create ejuma ama Ghana for you to fu na ye nya bia ye. There's only policies and ideas that would generate the kind of environment Obama private sector will grow. Now we create jobs. My teaming youth of Ghana when you be the man who has demonstrated beyond all shadow of doubt that he has the requisite ideas that can help in transforming our country in many respects over the past 16 years. His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. So may na yen tandechi. May slow intimidation be alinsi baby on the 31st yankone yanko to yanaba party yenimian customs and traditions yako to aba or your delegates yenya transport kakra ebia o de bebre bia yenji na yenkonko to aba wo kede yembo dua kra yembo abosom no election time onye adwuma
lawyer
ekwa na akoto aba hwele yawo ebia len yo he ncho yetete there was been more bodua na de ekwa da to aba
matida
ebia len yawo
candidate obetia pa
bibia len yawo
nti ebobodi aso
bia wo de ba mo bia no je ekwa na to aba no ama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. He is the only one who amongst all the 5 stands a better chance of winning power for us in 2020. That's why we all of us support him.
And say anu anwin na nipa for win na anwin 2028
the delegates will decide that we will all support him. But faith no, I don't know.
Faith from
in the outcome no, I don't know.
Of the 2028 elections no.
Faith no minim
nti nya Dr. Bawumia na be win na be a candidate be minim 2028 elections.
I'm saying that per all the historical analysis ni na no otre there see repeat Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia your chances of winning is brighter than any other candidate. Until say it was 60-70% chance with Dr. Bawumia. It seems to me that we will have 30 or 40% chance with any other candidate. That's all that I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Enti Honorable Andrew Ejapa Mesa nkane mrasebedwani edema amonfo omuwo sikune. Anopay yede no edi nkomo pa ofia ha. Na wachire die ntia yento aba mfama Dr. Bawumia. Mami musa this critical question before. Mati say Nana Akufo-Addo support Kennedy atia.
Nana Akufo-Addo will play a neutral role in the election. In fact, in 2023, contrary to the so-called talk that Nana Akufo-Addo of forcing Nkrofo to about Dr. Bawumia, it's not true. I was in government. Nobody called me to tell me that Yento Abama Dr. Bawumia. Minimo Biaswa, President Akufo-Addo, Chief of Staff, or any other senior member of government or friend don't go to Obama candidate A or candidate B. It's not true. I was there. I know this EBR was never called by anybody. Hey, no chief executive was called.
I said okay. I said
I was there. I was na matu tefri benyimbo. This year waba out wabaka there. Be friend on to Abama Dr. Bawumia. Tell me.
101.3.
Tell me. It's not true.
So it was what allegations?
Must say onye no kwala. Candidates ni enyime won now. Yenime won na. Nyankopon understand so told what told. There are times and seasons for everybody and everything.
Sure.
It was obvious that after Nana Akufo-Addo in the past.
No, yeah, Lankas.
No, yeah, Lan.
And then Pedicas ye.
Anna, Nankasa one bonne breye.
Hey, breye ni chrebu you.
Me bonne breye.
Sa bloggers in here.
People who worked with him in his previous quests.
Yeah.
They suggest that what Wabeni Wiekra now, no engagement.
Oh, okay.
He did not build his base.
Okay.
I mean, Alan.
Any constituency? Any constituency? Yeah.
Must say Alan Chamanto Emebuseni. He did not. Okay. Dr. Bawumia was deliberate. One day, Adichamo Komo vetting as deputy minister, 2021. Dr. Bawumia drove to my house. Man, I'm catching. Otuka obemifie Mohana Kabo from. Abochi, where you there? I Kabo the my brother man. See I can pigeon. Also are there house. So are there your hood inside? Also, make you can get some brothers for yourself, some whiskey day here, make you come make we settle ourselves. Kabu Bay. 5 minutes and do. But wait. Awachi, what they happen so made they open the gate. Mugbe gate here. Dispatch rider room. Hey, Baumia the car room. What is happening? Dr. Baumia came to my house. He built his base. He built relationships with people.
Yeah. That one there.
What are we talking about?
In terms of relationship and new party.
Brother. Look, I went on a trip with him to India. He had breakfast with me in his suite before we left. With all the team members. That's why we support him. We support him for his humility.
I see.
We support him for his competence. We support him for his experience, his knowledge. What are you talking about? We're not about to have force will be in the people in the president's office, former president office. Need take come now will support the banner. Fatima too, Abubakar supports that Dr. Baumia. Asensu Boachimo, inner circle people. Let nobody rope His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo into this battle.
Okay, Marty.
Or your Omampenyin Dadawo. He's a senior statesman of our party. He served his time. Maybe a rope number.
Okay.
He's enjoying his pension.
The people of Sekunenso enjoy with discussing say this morning so much, and then I want for say why are there Akasapa. Abusia yade menene nkomo no ebesia no nkono abapa wosima aduana nke nya ne saa probably 9:30 na yapon bade special 10 minutes add up na mediama Honorable Andrew Ejapemes. In fact, you be saying you benya ubio kura sana ya to bana nkanya bad kura maba na ya devil match into it na fe ya he
they am delegates ni na ya focus.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, nti mamenda wase wone ne political aid ibu turufo tibufu
Nobody know what's wrong here. What's wrong here? My body.
I was for Yadibesia. Now, Mother production crew, in fact, my Jumason pa, Usikane from Paul Manson. Thank you so much. Whatever, Medas Papa, and I fee a year, Same, ene a year yaru, Medamas Pabna, and a mana prek, DJ Bone, Medamas say. Ene brother die so ye de esi hentino honorable dem du besiana menye yenka gbowe na fe men sori so emfe na menko ya bomo man yese nyame ya adomu a yes nyame ya adomu a Friday, Saturday, Sunday yenye de ni kire adanse na eye chama Kwame Wusu MC Amede yesie bia asende nti wada Roma betimi atoso wamena maye wiansa na masobi dwumedie ne so na weye adanse asekwa constituency chairman ne maami eye no ye maami Kate ya akoma nyame ya adomu a 24th 25th of this month ena ye maami no eye ya amachewa wonyamfinhia no eye adiosia eye 964 years ena onyankopon atonsa e dia frɛ no eyipasofobi ene eye asona abusuan pani owura AY Edu about proprietor edda style proprietary style of Suhum International School ano Nana Opoku Akwa enso eye odikuro ewo adanse pipi so Nana Amuako Jumper a wotoso mienu wonu so eye mintihene Honorable Kwame Owusu chairman Kwame Owusu eye constituency chairman adanse askwa constituency ana afi opani kwaku ankama eye asona abusuapani achim esuwa achim eye ewisa na woye abusuapani wo ho Nana Twumisa akode achim ewisa kwamuhene Nana Kwadwo Aku eye oyuko odikuro Reverend Father Francis bosan priest St. Louis Catholic Church ewo bojisa ngo ene emma wo faasefo ene abusuan santiri nyina de yawo ese adasa yese wo mo de hye no ma de nyina maame Kate ya akuma bam wo wotim odenfo afa ne ko nti nyame ya adom a Friday 23rd January 2026 ya fiade de yanim yi wo mo ede ne beto empaso na amanfo behwe ne achi atwato kura ewo ono ankasa ne fie ewo bojisa anwo na emu tete a anopa memenda bremu no wo mekọ kopa ne kura bre ewo bojisa anwo cemetery na dubrem no bremu ma betena se ayeye ewo ba bia omo yeye ewo bojisa anwo 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. na de achi kwasia da wo mekọ na ase asori ewo St. Louis Catholic Church ewo bojisa anwo dum yenu brem no ma betena so atoa na yiyo ne so ewo ba bia omo yeye ewo bojisa anwo kopim se enwumere no nsia ebebo eya kwa nkoja nti chama kwa mi wusu eto nsafre ejamfo nyina se momena mejam no na ne maame Kate ya akuma onya ne ba bi koye no yankura na chikura na wonim se mo bebe nti e na wosem eyeyi abusafo ma memfesi a barima bana na kura do bopra ne medin me so so na ko fast sports na che na ebofo a uskani from poor man so betena se na wodi wo mampuntu e de abeto am so meni asomo pa nyame nhyamo good morning I'm out.